You're listening to the LCHS Red Devils on 97.9 Moulton, Lawrence County. It's time for LCHS Red Devil football on Classic Radio 97.9 and online at WALW.org. Serving the area for 20 years. Catch every hard-hitting play, every touchdown drive, and every defensive battle with play-by-play announcer Benny Williams and color commentator Greg Dutton as we bring you live coverage of the Red Devils, led by head coach Trent Walker. So now, dial it in, turn it up, and strap on your helmet. It's time for LCHS Red Devil football on Classic Radio 97.9 and WALW.org.
From West Point High School, just down the road a bit, another Friday night LCHS football contest this week. Coach Trent Walker's Red Devils will try to win a big region game against a team that might have other ideas. That's the Warriors of West Point High School. To my right, out here in the patio, next to the press box, is Greg Dutton and Benny Williams. Greg, tonight we begin a critical three-game stretch here in Warrior Land, and a good showing by the good guys just might set the tone for the rest of the season for the Red Devils.
Not a bigger game that we've played in the last couple of years, Dave. And the strange thing, this has turned out to be quite a rivalry. But West Point is 3-3 overall, but they're 0-2 in Region 8. The Red Devils are 3-3 overall, but we have played the likes of Russellville, we've played Gunnersville, and we're 2-1 in Region 8. When you look at those two teams and you look at that, we could talk for quite a while.
You're absolutely right. Very critical three games here for the Red Devils, 3 region games coming up, and we'll see how things turn out. Our broadcast tonight, we know that for a fact, is brought to you by Congressman Robert Adderholt, Brewers Heating and Air, the Birch Agency, and Bobby Birch, Champion Portable Buildings, Charlie's Body Shop, Electrical Outlet, the Fletcher Family Chiropractic Clinic, Greg's Ambulance Service, Guthrie's of Moulton, Joe Wheeler Flash Fiber, John's Barbecue, Pepsi Cola of Decatur, Philtech of Cortland, Shine Time Superwash, Southern Automotives, Tennessee Valley Co-op, and by Marcia Cherry, Realtor for Century 21 Clement Realty. We're going to take a 60-second break and be right back as we continue with the Greg's Ambulance Service pregame show. It's the Red Devils versus the Warriors in the next big 5A region contest. Always fun when these two teams meet, no matter what we're playing. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Stick around.
You may not be able to win a decathlon like Olympic gold medalist Dan O'Brien, but you can take advantage of a key ingredient to his success, using regular chiropractic care. If you suffer from chronic headaches, sinus or ear infection, or other body pains, Dr. Fletcher may be able to help you stay fit for one of the most important races of all, your race through life. New patients are always welcome. For an appointment, the number is 974-0415. Fletcher Family Chiropractic Clinic, across from Bankhead Plaza, and on the web at FletcherFamilyChiropractic.com.
Locally owned and operated, Brewers Heating and Air Conditioning has proudly served this area with the finest in heating and air conditioning for over 40 years. Building a new home? Remodeling a home? You can trust Norman Brewer and all the folks at Brewers Heating and Air for your heating and cooling needs. They offer free estimates, available financing, and if you need service, they have you covered there too. Your headquarters for quality American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is Brewers Heating and Air right here in Moulton, 974-9204, Alabama license 84046.
And welcome back to West Point High School, West Point, Alabama, as we get ready for tonight's game between the Red Devils and the West Point Warriors. Last year, the West Point team came into Red Devil land and beat us 21-7. Last week, the Red Devils lost to Hansel, of course, 32-17, and West Point beat Douglas 27-26. So, interesting. It's kind of hard to, there's not a pattern there, is there? No, there's no pattern, no rhyme nor reason of the whole situation, but I do know that this is a game the Red Devils need to win. That would help solidify their spot maybe in third place when this is all said and done, even the possibility of finishing second in the region. And so big ball game tonight. Other games around the area, Tanner is at Hatton. That's where two undefeated teams in the region will play. So that's a big game. And East Lawrence is at Brooks. East Lawrence 1-4, Brooks 3-2. And other region games tonight, Russellville is at Brewer, Ardmore at Fairview. Fairview undefeated 5-0. And East Limestone has an open date. Let's talk to our head coach tonight on the scouting report from West Point. So here's David downstairs with head coach Trent Walker.
Getting ready for a big, important game tonight with West Point Warriors. Going to spend a few minutes with head Red Devil Trent Walker. After this message from Century 21 Clement Realty, that's Marcia Terry. Stick around. We'll be right back. You're selling your house, or it's time to buy your first home. Either way, the name you should remember is Marcia Terry, your realtor for Century 21 Clement Realty. Marcia, with over 20 years experience, knows the real estate market in our area. She listens to what you want, then works hard to find you that perfect home or that ideal buyer for your property. It's simple. Marcia lives here. She's involved in the community and wants to help when it comes to your real estate needs. Marcia Terry, Century 21 Clement Realty, 256-565-0820. Very important region game coming up in just a few minutes. It's West Point week. Going to spend a few minutes with head Red Devil Trent Walker. And Coach, want to touch on the Huntsville game last night just for a couple of minutes. About the only good thing that came out of Huntsville last week was, in addition to Highway 31, was the fact that it was not a region game, so it doesn't affect anything we're looking forward to doing for the rest of the year.
That's right. No, nothing in the region standings changed because of last Friday result, but certainly it was disappointing in the outcome. But we talk a lot about a loss is only a loss if you don't grow from it as a team. So we've addressed things this week inside our locker room and inside our program that we're the thing about football is you have to wait a whole another week to get a chance to get that taste out of your mouth. But I got a bunch of boys and coaches that are ready to get that taste out. Not a better place to do it, and they're going to be in West Point. West Point, especially tough to play every year, whether it's at home or away, or we're in West Point's territory tonight. What do we look to see from the West Point team tonight on offense? I think there's a lot of similarities, to us. They have a big offensive line. They like to run the football. They've actually thrown the ball more this season, but their quarterback's kind of working through some injuries, so I'm not sure exactly what we'll see in their style and presentation tonight. But either way, we've got to be prepared for everything. I mean, there's a team last year that's shown wing T and then came out and spread last year. So, they're saving some things for this week. We've saved a few things for this week. So, it's always an important game, just rivalry-type mentality, but also the region. We feel like in the last 6-7 years, the team that won 3 region games has not made the playoffs. So, for us, this is a big night. And we're sitting right in the middle of the region standings, as a matter of fact. Anything we're looking forward to from West Point as far as the defense goes? Anything they do, any kind of stunts or anything like that? Yeah, they got big defensive tackles. It's going to be we played a big defensive line last week, but also this week, we're going to get great movement. We're going to have to continue to throw the ball out to our receivers in space. Everybody knows we're going to run the ball. We got a big offensive line and good tailbacks, and so we've got to make ourselves commit to getting our good athletes in space with some one-on-one matchups. We got to break some tackles. We've got to get some explosives out on the perimeter because the run game's been pretty consistent. So it's going to be about when they overcommit to the box, getting the ball out and making blocks and making the guys miss. It seems like always when we play West Point, there's so much emphasis on controlling of the line of scrimmage on both sides. So I don't see that changing any tonight. No, I think both programs kind of a conservative approach in terms of doing things to not to lose the game early. I think this game is going to go deep into late third quarter, fourth quarter type ball game. We got the rain today, but I don't think we'll get rain tonight. So I think it may slow the service up a little bit, but I think everybody should be up on their feet and ready to roll. How healthy are we coming out of last week's game? We've been so blessed this year. We continue to stay healthy. We're actually getting another player back this week, so it's just we've been fortunate that way. I hope to stay that way tonight. Our guys, we believe in our off-season program. The eating, the feeding we're doing that's what we talk about too. The feeding these guys 5 days a week, I think, is helping us hold up in a long season. So
Time for the JV report. How did we do this week?
We got to host East Lawrence. They came to our place on Monday night, and we got away with a 14-0 win. So excited about that, and a sweep of the Eagles for our JV group. They were excited. Didn't play as well last week. Got Hatton coming in next Monday night, so a couple in-county games to finish the JV season. So that's exciting.
Absolutely. Okay, well, we're sitting here at 3-3 for the season, in the middle of the region as far as the standings go, which means everything that we want to accomplish this year still ahead of us. So all we got left to say now is go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Benny, back upstairs to you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate Coach Walker's time each week. We appreciate Marcia Terry, Century 21 Clement Realty, for her continued sponsorship of our weekly scouting report with Red Devil head coach Trent Walker. It's the Red Devils and the West Point Warriors coming up. We'll break away 30 seconds in the Greg's Ambulance Service pregame show, and we'll be right back.
Stop at Guthrie's, the original golden fried chicken finger specialist, and you'll see why people drive from everywhere for that golden fried chicken. There's the Guthrie's box with chicken fingers, fries, homemade coleslaw, Texas toast, and that delicious one-of-a-kind sauce. A proud supporter of sports in Lawrence County since 2005. And whether you choose drive-through, dine-in, carry-out, or delivery by DoorDash, it's still that great Guthrie's chicken. Highway 157 in Moulton.
You know, for emergencies, you know to call 911, but there may be other times you need ambulance transportation. For convalescent transfers or any time you need an ambulance in a non-emergency situation, call the folks you know and the folks you've trusted since 1997. That's Greg Randolph and Greg's Ambulance Service. They're never far away, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, local or long distance, 974-3611. Proudly serving Lawrence County for over 26 years and proudly bringing the pregame show for many years as well. Benny?
Thank you very much, David. Greg, big game tonight. We've got some individuals with the Red Devils that are creeping up on some all-time records before they leave here.
I'll tell you what, man, it's amazing when we're going to be talking about a couple of juniors. But, you know, last year to open this game up, we were at Red Devil Stadium, and right out of the gate, Ryder McGregory had an 87-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Red Devils went on and lost that game 21-7, but that gives McGregory a little over 600 yards for his career. He trails only Jacob Orr and Billy Stover.
Wow.
And those are two names that are synonymous with kick returns in Lawrence County High School Red Devil football. And also Braylon Dame, I'd mentioned him. He's just a few touchdowns shy of getting into the record book there, and being only a junior, and with Parker Cross under center, wouldn't be surprised if we don't also see that record maybe getting close to being broken before this season's over or early in the next year. Let me make mention, too, while we're on the subject of Warriors and Red Devil history. I think many of us will remember in 2020, we came over to this very stadium. Brody Sparks was our quarterback, but he also played some free safety.
That's right.
We were able to intercept a ball deep in Red Devil territory, right on the goal line, to secure a 31-28 Red Devil victory. And that was one of my favorite games that, that WALW had carried that I'd been a part of. And I'm looking forward to another one tonight. I say Red Devils have a better than 50% chance of winning this football game. We'll be disappointed if we don't leave here with a W.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about coming down to the game was the game that wasn't the best effort last week against Hansville. Again, since it was an out-of-region game, it may serve us well the rest of the season starting tonight.
Well, I noticed in the pregame show, David, if I could quote you, you said the best thing come out of Hansville last Friday night. Besides Highway 31. You didn't have me live where people could hear me chuckle, but that was pretty cute there, Mr. Producer.
Well, you've been to Hansville?
I rode with you, David.
We like that place. We go down there at least once or twice a year because of basketball. So it's a fine place. All joking aside.
If we've got 30 seconds, Dave, for the people that the hardy listeners at home, keep this in mind. Russellville, Fairview, Brewer, Lawrence County, West Point, Ardmore, and East Limestone are in our area. We are both 3-3 tonight. a huge region game for Lawrence County, but we have been averaging scoring 25.2 points per game. West Point has been scoring 25.3 points per game. So toss a coin, sit back, get your popcorn, get your coffee. And, I know Miss Eleanor Terry will be listening.
She will, yes.
She'll be listening. Had a couple of new folks tell me today, Josh and Allison Cross. They'll be kicked back listening tonight to the Red Devil broadcast. But, folks, it ought to be a good one.
I think that should be, too. We're going to take a 60-second break and come back with more of the Greg's Ambulance pregame show and get ready for kickoff tonight. A very important region game between West Point and Lawrence County. Back in 60 seconds. Please stick around.
If you're in the mood for good barbecue, pork, chicken, ribs, or turkey, it's John's Barbecue. If you're in the mood for good seafood, catfish, shrimp, oysters, or stuffed crab, it's John's Barbecue. Even if you're in the mood for something else, why, with 12 tasty side items, there's always something you can enjoy again and again. Since 1995, John and Stacey Cross has always appreciated your business. John's Barbecue, right here in Moulton, Court Street, and Highway 157. Good friends, good food, all fired up.
When you need auto body repair, you need a name you can rely on. And that name, the same name in 2023 it has been for years. It's Charlie's Body Shop. It doesn't matter if your vehicle is big or small, foreign or domestic. Charlie's Body Shop takes great pride in the way they do business. Charlie's Body Shop, Highway 157, just north of Moulton. 974-9172. A proud supporter of 97.9 for over 20 years and a proud sponsor of sports in Lawrence County even longer.
And we welcome you back to West Point High School. It's part of the homecoming tour for Lawrence County this year. Yep. We've had our share of them. We were homecoming at Brewer, homecoming at Hansville, homecoming tonight at West Point, and it was brought to my attention that if we do win the game tonight, in our homecoming games, we'll be 3-1. That's not too bad.
That'll work. I'd rather win them as lose them.
Absolutely. That's going to wrap up the Greg's Ambulance Service pregame show. Remember, you need emergency services, call Greg's Ambulance Service. If you need non-emergency services, call Greg's Ambulance Service. They're good folks. Time to turn things over now to the voice of Lawrence County Sports, getting ready for tonight's ball game. Here's Mr. Benny Williams, sir.
As we come on, there comes the Red Devils onto the field across the way. Red and white tonight, traveling white. And here comes the West Point Warriors, I guess you can hear right down below us. We're in the open-air pavilion tonight, right above the band, so you're going to hear a little of us and a lot of them probably all night long. West Point out in their solid maroon from top to bottom, maroon helmets with the white numerals. As their students come out of the victory lane about 50 yards long. It is homecoming here tonight. And they have loaded up down below. Other games tonight, big games, Deshler at West Morgan. That could be a very interesting contest. Danville at Shoals Christian, Austin at Grissom, Columbia at Decatur, and probably the marquee game at J.P. Kane Stadium tonight. Muscle Shoals and Hartsville taking it on tonight. In 6A, Decatur Heritage is Appalachian, and West Limestone is at Wilson. Catch us up on the volleyball, Greg.
I will. Let me say this. My favorite road game tonight, I would have loved to see was, of course, the Tanner at Hatton.
Yep.
With both of those undefeated in their region.
Yep.
But this past week, the varsity Red Devil volleyball put Brewer out of their misery in the area and also beat West Morgan for senior night and played homage to our seniors. And the Red Devils will soon be getting ready to host the area tournament on October the 19th. So that'll bring us up to date on our volleyball.
Thank you very much. Omar Segundo will kick off for the West Point Warriors from our left. Back to our right as you sit and listen to the first quarter. Glad you're along with us tonight. Beautiful night for football. A little bit cool as the cool front is easing into West Point tonight.
About 70 degrees on my telephone. I had 65% cell service.
You beat that. That's better than nothing, isn't it?
Who's back for the Red Devils?
Well, you got Ryder McGregory on this side and Caden Ware over on the other side, and we're about ready to get this one underway. Everybody on the feet. Good crowd from Knowlton tonight. And the kick is away. It's a squibber. It will bounce high in the air and go through the wicket. And the Red Devils will have to run back and cover it at the 14-yard line. That ball skipped and went right through the legs of the Red Devil receiver.
Well, it's going to play a guaranteed typical hop, and a football is oblong. It's not round.
Right.
So
and you never know which way it's going to bounce, and it bounced West Point's way right then.
It did. Not the perfect start for the Red Devils, but that'll just give us a little further to go.
So here are the Red Devils, 1st and 10 from their own 14 as we settle in here tonight. Parker Frost with a Drew Gatlin to his left, and they'll leave it with Gatlin right up the middle, and he's got running room still on his feet up to about the 21, close to the 23-yard line. And it's going to be about a 9-yard gain. It's very close to a first down.
Benny, that old Wendy's commercial, where's the beef? It's on the defensive line.
That's right.
Point. So the Red Devils has got good size, too. We've outmanned most defensive lines this year with our offensive line. But we're going to have a lot of misdirection and pulling guards, and we were able to do it on that play.
Days was going to give them a first down on that play. So one play and one first down for the Red Devils. It'll be first down and 10 yards to go from the Red Devil 24-yard line. Everybody looks down at the wristband. First down and 10. Here's the turn. Going to try it with Gatlin again, and Gatlin finds a little seam up across the 30 at about the 33-yard line, and here's a late flag. See what we got.
Well, while they're sorting out the penalty, Benny, Eli Long and Brent Hill, if they do what they did on that play all night, running between the tackles is going to be something that I'm not sure Coach Walker thought we would be able to do.
Personal foul, West Point will be the call. And that comes from the 34-yard line.
Maybe it seemed like they might have hit him a little bit late. And with all respect to the West Point defender, it's hard to hear right now. I don't think the boy heard the whistle. I don't think there was any malice intended behind that late hit.
So at any rate, it's a good break for the Red Devils, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line as they look across the way to get the play from the sideline.
Got big Eli Long, Brent Hill, Tion Day, Cooper Wilkerson, center and snapping the ball, Bryson Moat, White Knight in the H-back.
H-back on the right, going to throw it on the weak side. Up across there goes Brody Bean, and Bean inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Had a pretty good block out here also by a pulling guard.
I can't believe the guard made it all the way out there, but he did. How did you like the way Mr. Brody Bean protected the football after he caught it?
That is all covered up, and that's an 8-yard gain into the West Point 43-yard line. 2nd down and 2 with 10:09 to go in the first quarter. Here from West Point. Wide side of the field to the right. Ball on the near side hash mark on 2nd and 2.
Maddox Denham in the tight end spot on the near side.
Yeah, and H back on his rear end on this side. Here's a snap.
Pick it up.
Picked up by Parker Frost. He's in trouble, and he'll go down all the way back into the Red Devil 49-yard line. Mishandled snap will cost you about 8 yards, and then go back to 2nd down and about 12 yards now. 3rd down, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Benny, we were talking about that in the car on the ride over here, how important that was. And that was more of a mishandled snap than it was a bad snap.
Sure was. Well, let's see what the Red Devils will do with it. Now, 3rd and, they're going to mark it right on the stick. 3rd down and 10 from the Red Devil 49-yard line. The first down would come at the West Point 41. Here's Frost. Got it. Got plenty of time. Looking. Rolling to the right. Got an open field down there. Going to throw it deep for Dame, and he's incomplete. Had a lot of green grass. Looked to me like, Greg.
Yeah,
on the right side, it'd have been a run to the sticks, but Red Devils had a shot at a first down.
Well, a lot of times right there, Benny, that's one of those decisions that junior quarterback's making, and if you could maybe pick up 7 or 8 right there and set it up to where you would be 4-down territory and have a short 4th down if you don't make it.
So here's Zander Billings in to punt the football from his own 34-yard line. One receiving back for West Point. back at his own 16. There's a snap. Billings has got it. No rush. Got it out of there. A wobbly kick. Fair catch call for right on the 20-yard line. A 30-yard punt. No return, and the Warriors will have the football first time tonight. First down and 10 yards to go.
Yeah, Braden Montfort, a sophomore, also plays wide receiver on the kick receiving team for the West Point Warriors. Did a good job of not letting the ball hit the ground. Probably saved a chance for a pretty good roll to get it back deep in their own territory.
Hunter Hensley, quarterback for the West Point Warriors. He's a 10th grader. Started last year as a freshman.
He did, Benny, and he's had injuries early in this year, but he's straightening his injuries out. The young man can spin the football.
First and 10, one running back off to his right, and he'll leave it with that tailback, and he'll go through a little bit of hole and bring people with him up across the 25 out to the 26-yard line. Good run down on the inside. That's going to be tailback for West Point. Second down, 5 yards to go.
A little bit hard to see right there. I don't know if it was number 27 or
yes,
who it was.
27.
Okay, Ollie Howell, White Kelso, Tion Days making early contact on the defensive line. No boy drug him about 3 or 4 yards.
5-yard gain, second down and 5. Red Devils got the box stacked. They're going to leave it with all the quarterback's going to keep it, and he'll be run out of bounds after a short gain. In fact, he probably lost a yard. Zander Billings on the near side. He and Hooper on the play, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, and I want to tell you what, they did a good job, Benny, of once the young man was on the boundary line, leaving him alone. No need to hit him when he's out of play, but sometimes your momentum will cause you to do that. This is not the place to get any help to the Warriors.
Nope. You got him in a hole. You need to keep him there. Third down at 7.
Love to hold him and see him punt.
Got 2 wides on the far side, wide side of the field. Hensley's going to run it that way. And here's the Red Devils on nearly a fumble on the play. Good job, Zander Billings, as he came around the corner and made a beeline for the quarterback.
That allowed Zander to cut inside, take a shot at the young man. Caden Norwood trailed around the right side to cut off the perimeter. I'm going to say good defensive call by Mr. Marty Hutto.
Absolutely. That's about a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be punting time for the West Point Warriors. So the Red Devil defenders play well, and the kicker for West Point will stand at his own 5-yard line. Red Devils got Trip Engel back at about the West Point 45, and now we got a stoppage in play.
Yeah, man, we don't want to jinx Trip Engel, but let folks know at home what the job that young man's been doing.
I'm telling you.
Very sure-handed. He makes the right decision of whether to catch a ball or let it hit the ground.
Red Devils showing they're going to come after this one, and they do. Kick is away. Wobbly kick. Here's Engel, 45, into the 40. Still on his feet, into the 38-yard line. Good return, 32-yard return, punt, rather, and an 8-yard return for Trip Engel. And the Red Devils in business again. First down and 10 yards to go.
West Point Warriors offensively, White Kelso, Caden Norwood, and Tion Days made a good first down tackle. Tyson Hooper, Zander Billings, Trip Engel did a good job of forcing the guy on second down wide, and then Billings made the great defensive play on third down. And the result of it is now first and 10 Red Devils from excellent field position at the 38-yard line of the Warriors.
Yeah, Red Devils in business. Got to stick it in the end zone. They got a great shot to do it here. First down and 10 at the 38-yard line of West Point. Here's a snap back. Looking over the middle, Parker Frost, and he throws it right in the hands of the defending back. Coming back to the near side and out of bounds will go the West Point Warriors. And that'll be a return up to the 45-yard line. So the Red Devils telegraph one, and it gets intercepted.
Yeah, Omar Segundo just kind of floated back. I think Parker thought Segundo was going to come on up and a little bit of run defense, but he dropped back and then had the safety coverage too, so it would have taken a perfectly thrown ball. Segundo made a great interception and a good return.
So it'll be first down and 10. See where they're finally going to mark it down. I think it's the 42-yard line. So Red Devils had that great field position, and they let it last one play.
Yeah, we started at their 38. Now they're at their 42. So
right.
See what our defense can do.
1st and 10. Tailback. Got him in the ball game. And not much. Make it quarterback up to the 45. He'll gain 2 yards. That's going to be in there. Garit Roberson. He's a senior. They got him as a running back. And he came in and ran out of the shotgun that time.
Yeah, that's kind of that Wildcat look. But I'm telling you, it's Wildcat or White Knight right there, because he and Eli Long did not take the bait.
So they got Hensley back in now, quarterback. Now they're going to leave Roberson there. 2nd down and 8. Here's Roberson going to run it again to the near side. Just pushes people forward across midfield. That's close to a first down into the Red Devil 44-yard line. So a little scenario where West Point's going to give the Red Devils a different look this set of series of downs.
Yeah.
And it'll be 3rd and a yard.
Big senior right tackle Atticus Lindsay did a good job cutting off Tyson Hooper's angle right there on that run.
3rd and 1. Same play. Robertson, right side, got enough for a first down. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the West Point Warriors.
Eli Long, White Knight, White Kelso on the stop for the Red Devils. He got some penetration, but it's hard to stop a running back that big from getting a little bit of forward progress.
Well, what they're doing, they're loading the box in the backfield. They got 2 blockers, 2 H-backs, if you want to call them that.
I'm with you.
And just setting them right up in front of that young man and letting him go.
Little wing T here.
Yeah, got a different look now. The Red Devils run right past the would-be runner, and he'll cross the 45 into about the 43-yard line. Zander Billings shot the gap that time. Lost his feet in the backfield, and 27 runs right by him. That's going to be Ollie Howell, and he'll gain 2 yards. At the Red Devil 42. 4:57 first quarter, no score here from West Point.
Linebacker crew tonight, Tyson Hooper, Caden Norwood, Zander Billings. A lot of movement in it.
Yeah, wide side of the field to the right. And a lot of linemen moving around, readjusting. And here's a give to the tailback again. That's going to be Howell, and he'll have a first down into the 30-yard line. I'll tell you what it is. This line up, here we come. 2nd first down of the night for West Point, and we got a flag down. Or on TV, as they say, a marker down.
Well, and with all that movement, I don't know what they're going to call.
I don't either, but you can't get set and then come back up again.
You can.
The illegal shift.
Yeah, you can only
exactly what they're going to do for.
I wasn't going to say it out loud, but I'll go ahead and say it out loud. You know, you can't have that many people in the backfield.
Nope. Not only that, you had 2 people moving at the same time.
Yep.
Trying to rearrange where the down linemen were going to be, and they were not off the line of scrimmage to do that. So
the only thing they didn't have in motion during that play was the band wasn't playing.
That's right. But don't bring that up, you will. 2nd down and 12 after the penalty. Here's all that movement again. And they're going to leave it with the tailback coming near side. They're just trying to overload everything and then push everybody forward. Those big linemen, they still don't have a whistle, and that's nearly an 8-yard, 9-yard gain. And that was more of a scrum than it was a football play.
Yeah, Red Devils had him stopped dead cold at about the 41-yard line. And the push from behind gained another 6 yards. And they're going to call it a first down.
They are going to give him a first. They sure are. Third first down of this drive.
Tony, Red Devils struggling a little bit with the big offensive line over here tonight.
Well, they've gone to a new look. They're not throwing the ball at all. They're just lining up and coming at us, and they're getting those little creases, and there goes Hensley into about the Red Devil 25-yard line. Make that Garit Roberson, I'm sorry.
Yeah, penalty flag laying right there at the 32-yard line. And
should be holding.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if it's not.
That's a spot for holding.
Yeah, that was, I think one of their seniors got called there. And the thing is West Point fans would say that had nothing to do with the play. It was well behind it. But the head referee with the white hat is the one that threw that little flag.
When that walk-off don't come, it's not a spot foul. He needs to start walking it off from the 35-yard line. But he walked it off like it's a spot foul, and holding no longer is a spot foul.
Benny, what I think that rule is when it's behind the line of scrimmage 5 or 6 yards, instead of from that point, they go from the line of scrimmage. When it's ahead of the line of scrimmage, I thought about that last week.
1st and 20, and there's Zander Billings said, I've seen enough of this.
Yep.
So if you don't go to that way along if you want to, that's Ollie Howell, and he goes down back at the 45-yard line. He's second about 22. Red Devil defensive backs need to keep their eyes open because they'll get everybody looking for this run, and then they'll try to hit one long for him. So here, rolling right, there he is. He's wanting to throw the ball, and the Red Devils were going to corral him at the 43-yard line. And the whistle will blow at the Red Devil 41. It'll be 3rd down. Third down and about 15, 16 yards to go for West Point. So the Red Devil defense has a big play here as we work toward the tail end of quarter number 1. No score in the game here from West Point.
I think you sniffed that out pretty good, Benny. I think the head coach had called a pass right there. And, of course, when they go into that little wildcat, he saw just enough crease. He thought he could run it. He was wrong.
Here's Garit Roberson again, going to run the football to the right side. Red Devils going to get him, corral him into the out-of-bounds area in front of the West Point bench. That's a 5-yard gain. It's going to be 4th down and 10. So what do you do here, head coach?
Well, this is
going to go for it.
This is a big decision. Their defense is playing well. Our defense is playing pretty good. I would roll the dice. If I was him, I'd go ahead and take a shot at it.
Noah Laney comes in the ball game as a running back for West Point. He and Garit Roberson, really Laney in as a blocking back. Roberson, they might try to draw the Red Devils off sides, number 1. Yeah. Roberson might quick kick this one.
Can't miss a tackle right here, Benny.
No. Now there's going to be movement. They moved, and I think West Point moved on that one. Red Devils are pointing that way, and it will be a 5-yard penalty against the Warriors. That's a 4th penalty already for 35 yards in the ball game. Red Devils have not been penalized, and that will end. Well, it will not. Either 2:20 left to go in the first quarter.
Red Devils playing a very well-disciplined football game so far. Benny, this game is going to be one of the losses at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir.
Hey, by the way, where's that foghorn coming from?
I don't know, David. I thought they had put in a train over here.
I'm sure what that was.
I think the Red Devils have come up with a train horn somewhere.
Okay, I like it. First time I heard
it. Sort of like TCU.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's punting time for West Point. At least they show they're going to punt. So we'll see if they do. Trip Engel back deep. There's the kick. Low line drive. It's going to bounce. Engel's going to pick it up in the open field, cut it to the outside. Tripp's got a lot of speed, 30, 35, 40, up the far sideline and out of bounds. Trip Engel. No flags. That's a big return. And the Red Devils in pretty good field position out at their own 40-yard line. A 25-yard punt and a 32-yard return.
I'm telling you, Benny, that's just making something out of nothing. And as the old ball coach always said, there's no substitute for speed.
Right. You got it. And there was a good block made just after the ball was caught by Engel down here on this side that sort of sprung him out into the open field, and it was a good job by the Red Devil blocker. So they said the Red Devils can settle down 1st and 10 at their own 40, and they're going to give it to Gatlin, and Gatlin wiggles his way up across the 45 out to the 47, 48-yard line. Drew Gatlin, the ball carrier, and we got a flag down. That could be holding. We shall see. Laying out here where the right wide receiver was.
Yeah.
And it is holding. Wow. First penalty of the night for the Red Devils. Tough penalty. That's a 9-yard gain, so it turns out to be a 19-yard loss if you want to net everything out.
Very similar to the West Point penalty holding they had earlier. It was behind the run.
And it's a 10-yard from the line gain.
Did you see Drew Gatlin put his foot in the ground and cut? I'm telling you.
So 1st and 20. Ball at the 30. First down would come at the 50. Here's the fake into the middle. Now they're going to leave it with Gatlin again. He'll cut it from the outside. Got running room. Once across midfield and hustles across the line into the 49-yard line. And it should be a first down for the Red Devils.
Either first down or going to be maybe a yard short.
Just short. Looking down the yard. Good job by Gatlin, and good job by Brylan Dane to make sure the official understood he didn't block anybody in the back.
That's true, and Bryson Moat and Kobe Sear, nice block by those two young men. Good cut. Good
cut back in by Gatlin, and he's got a first down into the West Point 48-yard line. Third first down of the night for the Red Devils. He'll run it about 4 yards, and his first down and 10 with 1:19 to go in the first quarter.
I think this is the Red Devils' third possession, maybe the first quarter, and West Point's had it maybe 3 times too after the turnover.
Red Devils taking a while. They got 17 seconds left to go on the play clock, though. No big rush. Under 1 to play in the first quarter. The first down and 10 at the 48-yard line. Frost straight back, pumps once, going to go deep down there for Dame. Brylan Dame's got it, and he's got it all the way into the 15-yard line.
Yes, sir.
It'll be a catch. Yes, it is.
Yes, sir. Now, my only problem with that is I'd like to see Brylan fall back on it.
So it's first and 10. 32-yard pass and catch. Frost to Brylan Dame. He had a defender right on him and was able to just get enough space for the first down and the long gain for the Red Devils, and they got it first and 10 at the West Point 16-yard line. 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Frost gives it with Gatlin. Gatlin wiggles his way for a couple of 3 yards into about the 13-yard line.
Brylan Dame, Benny, had 856 career passing yards, receiving yards, prior to that last reception.
It's going to be the end of the first quarter as the clock runs on down, and when the second quarter resumes, the Red Devils will have it second down and about 8 yards to go at the West Point 13-yard line. No score in the ball game. We're back to West Point after this 30-second timeout.
In sports, you want to be a champion. The same is true in portable buildings. So why not visit Champion Portable Buildings, where you'll find a storage solution to fit every need. You'll find all shapes, all sizes, all colors, all kinds of options and payment choices to fit your budget. And they're built right here in Moulton. Log on to championportablebuilding.com to find your local authorized dealer, and you'll discover both affordable pricing and champion quality. For your next storage answer, it's a great day to be a champion.
Welcome back to West Point High School. No score in the ball game. Red Devils in business. We'll have it second down and Greg? About 7 or 8 yards to go at the West Point 13-yard line when play resumes.
I'm telling you, Benny, I don't feel like we had played one full quarter. You couldn't take my eyes off the field. Didn't want to miss a minute of that.
I know.
Folks listening at home, I don't think they realize what a physical football game we're having tonight. And what I've seen so far, offensive line, defensive line, you take them, we'll take them. They're so evenly matched
on
both sides of the ball. And this is where all that hard work during the summer when it was 100 degrees is going to pay off. I usually mention several folks on the offensive line for the Red Devils. You'll see us substitute, and I'll try to make mention of that during the game. Same thing on the defensive line, and I hope as the game progresses that could have a factor in this outcome of the ball game.
Here come the Red Devils back on the field. West Point already out there. 10 seconds on the play clock as the Red Devils come out.
Don't want to burn a timeout. We've got to hurry.
Here's Frost up under center. He'll turn, leave it right up the middle. Sort of misdirection. There goes Taylor. Touchdown and a flag down.
Yeah.
It's going to be holding.
Oh, my goodness.
More than a little misdirection. They faked it to Gatlin and left it with Taylor right up the gut. And he was in 2 yards of the goal line when this flag came out. It's going to be sideline warning against West Point. Is that right? Was this before the play or what? I haven't seen a what for?
Okay.
I still hadn't seen any signs from the official as what the call was, but at any rate, it's a 5-yard penalty and it nullifies a touchdown.
But we still got
second and a yard.
Yeah, forward, got a pretty good gain on the play, Benny.
Yeah, we did, 9 yards. So here are the Red Devils, 2nd down and 1. Down at the 7-yard line. Drew Gatlin again. Gatlin just dragging a few people with him. He's got a first down at the 5. I'm pretty sure it's going to be first down and goal to go Red Devils.
Benny, we're seeing Parker Frost under center, and you're going to have to wake me up, but we've seen that very few times so far this year.
You're exactly right. But when you're down close inside the 10-yard line, you need him to be able to function under center.
That kind of takes away that play for a 4, 5, 6-yard loss.
It does.
So I don't know. Quite a ball game so far.
So here's first and goal. Red Devils at the West Point 5-yard line. There's Parker Frost just pushing and shoving. And is he in there? Yes, he is. Parker Frost from 5 yards out. And the Red Devils on the board, 6-0 with 10:47 to go in the first half. And that was just one of those where the big boys up front said, here we come.
Well, let's talk about the big boys up front. I had Kobe Sear, Brent Hill, Tion Day, Cooper Wilkerson, and, of course, we cannot fail to mention the H-back, number 44, Wyatt Knight. He seems to be close to the play each time.
Here's Caden Lee to attempt the point after. Jack Ball under one knee, kicks on the way, no problem there. It's up and good, and the Red Devils lead at 7-0 with 10:47 to go in the first quarter. We're back to West Point after this 30-second timeout.
When the sun is shining and your car is dirty, it's time to visit Shine Time Superwash. And it's also time to join the new Superwash Club, where you can get your car washed as much as you like and enjoy all of the Shine Time perks for one low monthly fee. Even better, your Superwash Club membership can be used at all Shine Time locations. Visit Shine Time in Moulton between Walmart and Sonic to learn more about the Superwash Club, or visit them online at shinetimesuperwash.com. It's not just a super wash, it's a super experience.
Red Devils take the lead. Big drive, big return by Triff Engel on a punt. And the Red Devils sticking in the end zone and lead it 7-0 over the West Point Warriors. Here's Caden Lee again. Kick to the left side. Gathered in 20, 25, 27, up to the 20, well, just short of 27-yard line. And they'll move it out to the 31. Tackle made by Cameron Terry for the Red Devils. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the West Point Warriors.
Benny, on the last drive, we saw a freshman come in and run the ball for the first time tonight.
Yep.
Jordan Taylor, excellent run. And then we saw Parker Frost under center for, 4 plays consecutively?
Yep.
And that was either Parker Frost's first or second rushing touchdown on the year.
It's 1st and 10 for West Point. They're going to go back to their usual offense. Going to leave it with that big tailback, and that guy can play right there, 40, 45, 47-yard line, first down.
So excellent run right there. Good work on their offensive line. Our defensive line got beat on the inside Sutton Phillips did an excellent job coming from the outside linebacker position to, you never know when you're going to be needed, Benny.
Ollie Howell, the ball carrier, and he's our man.
As Jackie Gleason would say, we was in hot pursuit.
Yes, we were.
Thank goodness we were.
1st and 10 from the West Point 41-yard line. Here's a bad snap. Got it to Howell anyway, and the Red Devils will grab him as he approaches midfield and crosses the line into the Red Devil 49-yard line.
Yeah, Bryson Moat on the defensive line, giving somebody a rest right quick. Jesse Carty into the game. Sutton Phillips, I can see that Coach Walker is he's going to rotate quite a few folks in and out.
5-yard gain that time by Ollie Howell, and it'll be 2nd down and 5 for West Point at the Devil 49-yard line. 7-0 LC. If you're just joining us, going to run a keeper to the near side, going to throw a pass, and it's caught by one of their wide receivers inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. Pass is complete, and there Eli Sims on the receiving end, and it'll be 1st and 10 West Point.
Quarterback little RPO right there, Benny. And I felt like even though that was a first down completion, Red Devils defense did all they could. You come off that man early and he makes that same completion, it's a touchdown.
So here's West Point on the move. It's the Red Devil 35-yard line, fake into the middle. Henley going to run it again, and the Red Devils will stack him up at the 33-yard line.
And Tyson Cooper said that's not going to work. Excellent play. Caden Norwood staying with him. Red Devils do such a good job of one man standing up to offensive ball carrier and then help arrive. And once again, excellent discipline out here close to the far sideline not to get a late hit. Proud of what we've seen so far in the first half. Really cleaned up the penalties from last week.
2nd down, 7 yards to go for the West Point Warriors. 8:32 in the first half. Red Devils up 7-0. Here's a bad snap. Quarterback's going to have to make an off-balance play, and he'll get it into the 30-yard line, and that's about all. The 2 times the center is centering the ball to the wrong side of the quarterback.
Yep. And the quarterback's done a good job of handling it so far.
It sort of threw him off then, though, and it'll be 3rd down.
Eli Long did a good job of coming from the right guard position and actually catching him on the backside. The quarterback was still able to get, about 3?
Yeah. 1 out of 4 on 3rd down tonight is West Point. I got a feeling this is 4-down territory.
Yes.
Tailback's going to run it again, and he's got running room with the 1st down, still on his feet down the near sideline into the 10-yard line before Ryder McGregory saves a touchdown.
Okay, that's a heck of a run right there. Great block to spring him. He made the right cut. That's a big number, Garit Roberson. Then that's that senior running back that also will go from the Wildcat.
That's right. 25-yard run.
Don't be surprised if you don't see a direct snap right here.
1st and goal at the Red Devil 9-yard line. West Point trying to come back to a 7-0 deficit by the Red Devils, and they're doing a pretty good job of it.
Nothing fancy here.
So 1st down and goal. Here's Garrett, going to roll it to the right side, Henley rather, and he gets stood straight up and pulled back by Cooper Wilkerson.
Goodness.
Big play there by 5-0, and that's going to be a loss on the play.
I think we've seen Cooper's mama getting ready for this ball game up at the Brandon Iron.
Yes, we did.
Our producer fed us a little supper from a Lawrence County native that runs that place, Mr. Brian Strickland. Enjoyed that tonight.
Yes, we did. Always a pleasure to drop by.
Yeah, he and, Misty, is that his, I think, Misty Herring, maybe his wife. They do a lot for the programs, too.
In fact, they fed the band. The Lawrence County High School band was there tonight.
Here, that's what we needed.
In the back, got trouble. Red Devils
don't let him away.
Don't let him get around the corner.
Not away.
He nearly does into the 5-yard line.
Wow.
Boy, that was an opportunity for a big, big loss. And Robertson was able to get his hands on it and get around the corner nearly for a 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that was actually, they were going to pass the ball.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why. but that took our linebackers back 4 or 5 yards, and that gave him time to recover from the bad snap. And might have got a little tripped up out there on the far side with White Kelso, and quarterback able to go outside. 3rd and goal.
Here's Parker Marks again. 3rd down and goal to go. They're going to run it off to the left side with all those people running in front. Flag down.
Yep.
He'll dive. Right at the goal line, but this one's coming back. It's going to be holding at the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
And that's going to be another holding penalty against the West Point Warriors.
That's a huge penalty.
Yes, it is. I tell you, when they put that echelon in front of everybody, and the Red Devils try to challenge them any and all, they're getting held, and they're paying the price for it.
I mean, it doesn't take much of a hold to spring somebody. No.
The fans down below don't like it, and rightfully so. But that moves the ball back out to the 14 and gives the Red Devils a chance for a big play here to force West Point 10 either go for it on 4th down or try to kick a field goal.
Watch big number 27 right here. Wherever he goes, the ball's going to go.
Throw the ball. Here comes pressure. Throws it deep. Incomplete.
Wow.
Good job over there by Carty, I think.
White Kelso.
Yeah, Kelso, I'm sorry.
Is that 20?
That's 20.
Yeah, White Kelso. Did a great job of nothing extracurricular after the play.
Right.
He got just enough pressure, hands up. Are we going to see a field goal attempt here, or are they going to do 4th and goal from way back here?
We're going to see an attempt at a field goal.
I watched him in warm-ups, and he was peppering them pretty good from about 30, 35.
Omar Segundo is going to try one from, what's it going to be? When they put it down, it's going to actually be around 31 yards.
31 yards. You know, he kicked off to start this game. He also has intercepted a pass tonight, and now attempting a field goal.
I'll tell you, got 2 pretty good kickers over here tonight, Caden Lee and this guy. Here's Segundo. Ball's on the tee, kickers away, and it's got plenty of leg, and it is good.
Yeah.
So Segundo puts the West Point Warriors on the board with a 31-yard field goal. Your new score, Red Devil 7, West Point 3, 5:28 in the first half. We'll return to West Point on 97.9 and the Red Devil Sports Network after this 30-second time.
It's football time in Alabama, one of the best times of the whole year. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. It often seems like this world is changing so fast every single day, but it's nice to know that fall Friday nights in Alabama are still the same. To all the football players, cheerleaders, and band members, I hope you have a successful, safe, and winning season. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Greg, pretty good stand for the Red Devils that time to hold them to 3 points.
You know, that's maybe the difference in this football game, but
here's the Red Devils.
Caden Ware.
Picked up Caden Ware, and he'll go right up the middle to about the 27-yard line, and the Red Devils got a man down on the far side.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
I hope so.
Can you pick up a number from here?
No, I don't know if it's Jordan Taylor, possibly.
Could be Jordan Taylor, I'm not sure, but looks like he's got a leg issue.
You know, because he usually plays that up back position over there on
Yeah.
kick returns.
Yep.
I remember the very first kickoff this year against Danville, he fielded it.
So the Encore people out there to see about him. So while they do, we'll give it to David.
Yeah, thank you, boss. Appreciate that. No Auburn football tomorrow. Tigers are open tomorrow, but getting cranked up for a big game with LSU coming up a week from tomorrow. Not sure exactly if the kickoff time yet. Won't know till Sunday. It'll be either a 6 o'clock or 6:30 kickoff, which means that the Tiger Tailgate Show will begin a week from tomorrow at 3 or 3:30. So take a Saturday off. I'm going to. And get ready for the Auburn Tigers coming up a week from tomorrow against LSU. Be a nice Western Division contest, Benny.
Got a score from Tanner, Hatton and Tanner playing 14-0 Tanner right now. That's at the end of the first quarter.
Benny, it's good to see Jordan Taylor. Even though he is limping, he's walking off on his own power, as they like to say. Young man's just a freshman.
He's got a lot of promise.
He sure does. Brent Hill, Kobe Sear, Cooper Wilkerson, Tion Days, Eli Long on the offensive line for the Red Devils to begin this drive.
Run the 27, Red Devil 27. Here's movement. West Point all over the Red Devils, and that'll cost them 5 yards.
I think you're right. I don't think that was going to be hard to call.
There's 6 penalty for 50 yards here in the first half.
Indeed it is. Raylan Dane out on this near side with Ryder McGregory, Brody Bean on the far left side.
So first down and 5. High snap. He's going to get it to Gatlin again, and he's got running room. Backpedals his way, and the flag down again on this side. We're going to call holding here.
Yeah. Indeed it is. But, Benny, you're right. Parker Frost, amazing job of handling the high snap right there.
So the holding penalties are the flavor of the night so far. And that'll go back. Well, that's a 5-yarder, I think.
No, it was 10.
Okay.
Yeah. From the spot of the foul, what had helped us so much there was the first down penalty of 5 yards against them. So basically, we're right back to where this drive started.
That's right. First and 9.
Benny, or do we dare put the ball in the air?
I think at some point we got to get our wide receivers involved in this ball game. We can't make it a one-dimensional game, I don't think, and we're going to throw it. Here's Frost, throws it over the middle. This ball is caught by Brody Bean, and Bean almost broke away into the 40, into the 37-yard line.
I'm telling you, that takes a lot of confidence to throw that football. That same pass play on our second possession resulted in an interception.
Yep.
He was able to get it over the linebacker, in between him and the free safety. What about Brody Bean? What about that catch?
33-yard passing catch there.
Wouldn't you call that a contested catch?
He had a man all over him.
Oh, man.
And he almost broke away from him for a touchdown.
Wow. And that ought to free up this 8-man box that they're stacking up here against.
Here's a turn. Here's a give to Gatlin, looking for blockers, trying to turn the corner, and now he cuts through a little crease, spins away, still on his feet, 10, 15, and out of bounds. What a run by Drew Gatlin.
He just bought time. And listen, Eli Long is a big guy that had an injury last year that didn't get to play a whole lot. But I'm telling you, he never quit on his block, and it turned out to be the block that sprung him.
Yep. Gatlin did a little pirouette at about the 9 yards down the field and was able to leave everybody standing. So first and 10 Red Devils at the West Point 22-yard line.
I was wondering how you was going to work that word pirouette into this game. I'm telling you, I'm proud of you.
That is turning in a circle, isn't it?
Oh, Lord.
And we got a timeout. Warriors, 3:46 first half. Red Devils lead at 7-3. We'll return on 97.9 and Red Devil Sports Network after this 30-second timeout.
In sports, you want to be a champion. The same is true in portable buildings. So why not visit Champion Portable Buildings, where you'll find a storage solution to fit every need. You'll find all shapes, all sizes, all colors, all kinds of options and payment choices to fit your budget. And they're built right here in Moulton. Log on to championportablebuilding.com to find your local authorized dealer, and you'll discover both affordable pricing and champion quality. For your next storage answer, it's a great day to be a champion.
Welcome back to West Point. All the Queens getting ready.
Yep. Queen number 4 of the year. Looks like she's in an Eckenrod Ford Bronco.
Ain't no doubt about it in my mind.
Outlander, Highlander. They got more names for those Broncos right there.
Over, under.
Yep.
Sideways. First down and 10. Red Devils at the 22-yard line of West Point. Here the Red Devils all over the field, and now they put wide receivers on both sides. Over the middle of the field, wide open. There's Zander Billings, touchdown.
Benny, they made Eli Long eligible out here on the right side, number 52. He's signaling touchdown. He's proud of himself right there.
Well, he should be.
He was a decoy all the way. my goodness, it's good to have Zander Billings back.
It is.
You know, us with a little inside information, realizes the whole situation. He had a couple of injuries early in the year, but you just got to have that good fortitude. Coach Walker stuck with him. He stuck with Coach Walker.
22-yard passing catch. Billings was wide open in the end zone. And here's Caden Lee to attempt the point after. Officials trying to get him to reset the play clock, and I guess they did. Jack Bowles got it on the tee, kick is away, and the kick is good.
Wow.
14-3, Red Devils, 3:39 first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Pepsi-Cola of Decatur. Pepsi-Cola has always been a big part of any sporting event or special event in Lawrence County. Hey, look around. You see Pepsi signs everywhere. Every point scored during a high school game in Lawrence County has been displayed on a Pepsi-Cola of Decatur scoreboard. How about that? So when you need refreshment, look for that Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Aquafina sign wherever you buy groceries. Pepsi-Cola of Decatur, you know they're big in Lawrence County.
Welcome back to West Point. Red Devils with a little trickeration on that one, but it's worth a 22-yard touchdown pass and catch from Frost to Zander Billings. And Caden Lee getting ready to kick off.
Benny, a quick shout-out maybe to Miss Pat King, Miss Ann Walter,
Yep.
one of our loyal listeners at home. Hope they're enjoying the broadcast tonight.
Here's the kick. Over the head, having to go back, lost the ball. Down at the goal line, coming near side. Red Devils in hot pursuit of the West Point receiver, and down he will go inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, see, they're going to probably mark this out about the 12.
Yep.
But I don't know that I saw that. Did you?
No, I don't. And I don't think so. They're going they are going to mark it out to about the 12. And
See?
I didn't see him getting there.
Well, that's surprising.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's got a left foot, I guess.
Yep, maybe they do. Excellent kick coverage by the Red Devils.
Virtually no return on that one. A good kickoff by Caden Lee. And here are the Warriors, first down and 10. Ollie Howell, the tailback. They're going to leave it with a quarterback and try to move the pile, and the Red Devils are not going to be too easy to move.
Well,
got a couple of yards.
The pile did move, but I believe it moved the other way.
Other way.
Caden Ware floating around at free safety. Ryder McGregory, cornerback on the far side. Brody Bean on the near side. Tyson Hooper, Sutton Phillips. Caden Norwood, Zander Billings at the linebacker spot.
Well, here's Robertson. Here's his low snap. Picks it up. Red Devils trying to flush him out on the near sideline, and he'll just run out of bounds.
I tell you, Benny, the Warriors were very fortunate they didn't get a hold.
Sure were.
Out here. You saw it, too.
Yes.
That was some interesting defensive call right there by defensive coordinator Marty Hutto. Caden Ware floating around back there at free safety. All of a sudden, he come up and did man-to-man coverage, and then we had Tripp Engel float back over to the middle of the field. I guess you'd call that the Mike.
Linebacker, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Parker Mark, straight back, wanted to throw, floats it over the middle of the field, incomplete. And a good job by Caden Ware. He made number 8 pay a heavy price for reaching up for that football.
Well,
good, clean hit by that's Tripp Engel, I'm sorry. Just a good, solid football play.
That's it. Nothing bad about that. No helmet-to-helmet contact. What do they call that? Leading with a crown? None of that?
Yep, none of that.
Both players have equal access to the football.
So it's third down.
All right, now we've changed defense again here. Let's see.
Actually, it's fourth down.
Okay.
I thought there was one shy over there on the down marker. So it is fourth down.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first half. Red Devils up 14-3.
We got a stoppage in play. West Point was trying to quick whistle the Red Devils and not give them an opportunity to get the defense, the kicking team, on the field. So the referees put an end to that. And now it'll be punting time for the Warriors. Their kicker standing at his own 2-yard line. Here comes the snap. Low line drive. Trip Ingles got it on the skip and a hop. Cutting back to the inside, still on his feet. Down inside to 20, 15, 10. Flag down, back at the 30. I don't see it.
You know, the only thing I could say that he would say that maybe we were, what do they call it, below the knees?
Yeah.
Old tiny clip.
Yeah, chop block, if you will. So that's going to nullify touchdown return by Trip Ingle. And let's see what we have. We got more than one flag down or just one?
I don't know, but the white hat and the umpire, they've got hand signals going both ways. I don't know what this discussion is necessarily about.
Yeah, I think you're trying to land an airplane.
As an old boy that used to work for me says, worst case canary. Instead of, he couldn't say scenario, bless his heart, but he said worst case canary. The Red Devils are up 14-3 with 2:27 with an offensive possession deep in Warrior territory.
Well, the holding call is going to hang in there, and it's a 10-yard penalty against the Red Devils. Good job by Trip Ingle that time catching that one on a dead run. It was a low. It's a wonder it hadn't been blocked.
Okay, this one hurts, Benny. This penalty really hurts.
It does. It's a spot foul from where? The 30? Somewhere around the 30.
Hey, it's plenty of time. 2:27 to go.
Red Devils still got timeouts, and there's going to be encroachment against West Point. We'll take that one.
Well, you know, and even if the Red Devils had moved, that's one of those situations where once they cross the line and they entice the movement, penalty's still going to be against them. Is that right?
Exactly right.
All right, folks, at home, we're doing the best we can to bring it to you live from West Point, 27 miles from Houghton.
Here's the turn. Going to give it right up the middle to Gatlin again, and he'll gain a yard. Red Devils got 3 timeouts left here in the first half. Might be a good time to use one.
Yep. Going to be heading toward the 2-minute mark, Benny.
Second down. 4 yards to go for the Red Devils. Wide side of the field to the right. Going to leave it with Gatlin again. He just sticks that foot in the ground, and he's got a first down. He's as good at doing that as anybody I've seen.
Well, Benny, he needed 5. He got 5.5. If he needs 15, he'll get 15.5.
10th first down of the night for the Red Devils. It's 1st and 10. Wide side of the field to the right. Here's Gatlin again into the short side of the field. And he'll gain about 3 yards.
I tell you, Bryce Overton, a sophomore outside linebacker for the Warriors, played that. Boy, they played that excellent. Did a good job. Get a little shout out right here to Joe Glover. He's listening at home. He knew who I was talking about that worst case scenario.
Minute 22 to go in the first half. Now the Red Devils might call a timeout. There's a stoppage in play by the officials, I think.
Well, we got a second. We got Drew Gatlin with 9 carries so far for a total of 64 tough yards.
I tell you, Greg, you got one-on-one over here. Brylan Dane right by himself, and now we got a stoppage in play as the Red Devils come to the line. Flag down. They're going to say Dane left a little early.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, Benny, they were going to exploit that man-to-man coverage.
They were fixing to go.
They were going to run kind of what I like to call it just a go route.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So here I am. See if you can cover me.
If you're better than I am, you win. If not, it's going to be a touchdown.
If he get inside position, the skinny post would score a touchdown. Going the other way, down the far sideline, incomplete at the goal line. That's going to be Ryder McGregory, I think. Down there, either he or Trip Ingle won.
That's a lot of chicken fighting.
Neither one. It was Brody Bean.
Yeah, Brody and Chance Aldridge, sophomore cornerback for the Warriors, battling. And I'm not sure that he had not forced Brody Bean out of bounds and come back in, which would have counted if he got forced out. If he didn't run out on his own. The clock's becoming a factor quick, Benny.
Yeah, and we still got these timeouts, and I don't understand why we're not at least talking about one, and they heard me talking.
Yep.
Time is out on the field. That's the first one. Red Devils will have 2 left. 58 seconds to go in the first half. Red Devils with a lead, 14-3. We're back in 30 seconds.
This broadcast is brought to you by Philtech. Located in Cortland, Philtech brings you over 25 years experience formulating custom water treatment blends that meet your specific needs. Since 2014, Philtech has provided custom chemical blends for industrial boiler water and cooling tower treatments, as well as a manufacturer of aluminum salt coagulants that serve many municipalities. From 50 pounds to 45,000 pounds, they can take care of the treatments you need. 256-637-2843. That's Philtech in Cortland.
Red Devils talking it over. I'd like you to stay tuned to the Electrical Outlet halftime show. We'll catch you up on all the scores around the area and talk about this game along with the stats. Dave and Greg will have them bull by the horns at halftime. 3rd down and 15. Red Devils run up sort of in a weird setup. Gonna fake it and cover it. And again, they tried to run some kind of trick play and it didn't work. Tried to hide Brody Bean sort of down behind everything with the Red Devils coming up limping, I think. Wasn't that Bean? Yes, it was.
It was.
Comes up a little bit limpy on the right side, but that was a trick play that's sort of hard to follow, frankly.
J.D. Cochran, senior tight end for the Warriors. We called his name quite frequently last year in the game at Red Devil Stadium. And, their quarterback, Hunter Hensley, we called his name quite regularly last year, too. He put on quite the show. But, Benny, I'd love to see the Red Devils somehow or another on this 4th down play get into field goal position. Caden Lee was successful in one look from about 42, 45 yards. It'd be worth a try.
Yep, and then about 15 yards, though, I think, for Caden Lee to feel comfortable, maybe.
And, the next thing is you got Braylon Dame, wide receiver. You may just decide to throw it up.
See what happens.
Yeah.
We're going to send 3 wides over here to this side. Dame, Ware, and McGregory.
I can't believe they're playing man-to-man coverage over here.
And now we got a timeout. I think West Point sees that fact, too. They're outnumbered over on this side.
Big time.
So they're going to take a timeout. That's going to be their first one of the second half.
Yep.
Or the first half, I should say. So we'll hold it right here, David.
If any of our neighbors that's listening has got a local score of some of the games in the area, we'd love to hear from those. I know we did have an update earlier where Hatton was trailing Tanner, playing at Tanner, 14-0, that being a region game for those two teams. Very important region game. And while we're waiting for play to resume, and Dave said keep it here, one other little interesting tidbit tonight. Red Devils have scored 152 points for the year. West Point had scored 100 and Red Devils have scored 151, West Point 152. Folks, that's just about as close as you can get.
Pretty close, isn't it?
Yep, I'm telling you.
Hey, don't forget next week, if we can find our way back to Red Devil Stadium, it's been a while, we'll be playing East Limestone next Friday night.
Wow. Looking forward to that. Football weather
4th and
is here.
15. Let's see how the Red Devils will play it. Here's Parker Frost. No rush. Got all day. Throws it right down the middle of the field. Caden Ware's got it. That's the 5-yard line on a little skinny post. And the Red Devils will plenty of time and still got one time out. They don't have to be in any big hurry, I don't think. And now we're going to get a stoppage as West Point's got a guy down at the 18-yard line. But what a great pass that time and even a better catch.
Well, Benny, as it turned out, they had a lot of window dressing. Braylon Dane, Ryder McGregory over here on this far side and wound up with single coverage over in the slot. And Caden Ware just ran a little post pattern right there. And unbelievable throw and even a better catch.
1st and goal at the 5. Red Devils knocking on the door again. Inside, they're going to give it to Drew Gatlin, and Gatlin just wiggles his way right close to the end zone. But I don't think they're going to give it to him. Time's really not a factor. We got another timeout, according to my book, so I don't know what the big rush is, frankly. So here's Parker Frost up under center, and here's movement, and no foul. Now they need to call timeout. I thought we had a timeout, and we did. 0.4 of a second showing on the stadium clock, and I'm not sure they're not going to have to put a little time back on the clock. Stood for all stuff as he tried to quarterback sneak it. And they have it with 0.4 of a second left to go. It really doesn't matter because the Red Devils will be able to snap the ball. But in my personal opinion, it should have been about 3 seconds.
Third down here, Vinny?
Put back on the clock. Yes, actually third down.
Okay, so set this up. The big pass to Caden Ware got us close to the goal line. And then on second down, we weren't sure if he made it in or not, but undoubtedly he was a little bit short. What do you do here?
Well, I think you bring your big boys in, get Zander Billings in the ball game, get all your big blocking backs in the ball game, and hand it to number 6, and let's see if we can get it in the end zone.
Well, I'm going to agree with you. You could kick a field goal and go up 17-3, but in high school football with a big offensive line like we've got, I like our chances of picking that little bit of yardage up.
I agree.
Only problem, if we don't make it, time has expired in the first half.
So let's see what they're going to do. Gatlin's in there. Zander Billings is in there. Braylon Dames, a wide receiver, all by himself. And they're going to run it left side, Parker Frost, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devils. He ran right behind those guards over on that left side, and nobody home. Big play in there by the Red Devils front on the left side, and the Red Devils go up 20-3.
Give credit where credit is due. Be under center. Don't fumble the ball. Make a good exchange between Cooper Wilkerson and Parker Frost and follow the beat.
Brent Hill, he and Cooper Wilkerson opened up that door.
I'm telling you.
So here's a point after coming. Caden Lee can add to it with no time on the clock. Ball's up, kicks away, kicks good. Red Devils lead it 21-3, and that will end the first half of play. A good, solid first half by the Red Devils. Oh, wait a minute, we got somebody off sides. Let's hold the phone. The PA announcer's ready for the band. The officials are not quite ready for the band yet. And they're going to make the Red Devils come back out there and kick it again. Offsides, West Point. So why would we not decline that penalty?
Is it a dead ball offside?
Yeah, but they were encroached unless they encroached before the ball was snapped, which would be my thinking.
Can you decline it and enforce it on the...
Evidently, it's not a declinable penalty. So they can penalize half the distance to the goal, which is, a yard and a half?
Well, I thought since it was homecoming, they might make an exception.
No. They get paid to throw those flags. They don't care about Queens.
All right, here we go.
So we're going to kick it again. On the tee, we'll kick it again, and the kick is good. Like I said, 21-3, Red Devils.
Yep.
That's the end of the first half. The Electrical Outlet halftime show coming your way after this 2-minute timeout on 97.9 Sports and the Red Devil Sports Network.
If you need your vehicle repaired right the first time and as quickly as possible, Southern Automotives is waiting for you in downtown Moulton. Mark Naylor and his staff of professional mechanics will treat your vehicle like it's one of their own. From oil changes to engine replacements, brake work, tune-ups, and more, they do it all. You can even shop for tires while you're there too. Southern Automotives at the corner of Spring and Seminary in downtown Moulton, 974-9954.
Insurance is all about relationships, that personal relationship with people who live in your community and will be there when you need it the most. At the Birch Agency, they get that. They're an agency with an experienced staff that listens to your needs and understands your pocketbook. Independent agents like the Birch Agency go through several different companies to get you a great rate and will offer you the experience and professionalism that fits your needs. Let them prove to you that your insurance is only as good as your agent. The Birch Agency, 256-974-1110.
Your Lawrence County Exchange, now known as Tennessee Valley Co-op Moulton, reminds you that they now offer you more in their recently remodeled location. Have you been to the Co-op lately? There are more choices, more service, and more savings throughout the store. The Co-op is also your home for the animals in your life, from your cattle to your pets, for the farm, for the homeowner, and for you. That's Tennessee Valley Co-op. You know, Lawrence County Exchange, Highway 157 in Moulton.
You may not be able to win a decathlon like Olympic gold medalist Dan O'Brien, but you can take advantage of a key ingredient to his success, using regular chiropractic care. If you suffer from chronic headache, sinus or ear infection, or other body pains, Dr. Fletcher may be able to help you stay fit for one of the most important races of all, your race through life. New patients are always welcome. For an appointment, the number is 974-0415. Fletcher Family Chiropractic Clinic, across from Bankhead Plaza, and on the web at FletcherFamilyChiropractic.com.
Your home for LCHS Red Devils and Auburn Tiger football, 97.9. This is the LCHS Red Devil Football Halftime Report on Classic Radio 97.9 and WALW.org.
You know, not only is it the halftime report, it's the electrical outlet halftime report here from West Point High School, where we got good news for the good guys, leading West Point in a very critical region game at the half, 21-3. We got the LCHS marching band is out on the field right now. We're going to take a minute and let the folks at home listen to the Red Devil marching band. Here they are.
Freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. The royalty of the court.
Fine job by the LCHS marching band, or the direction of Dr. Sid Hearn. It's the electrical outlet halftime show, since 1978. When you've needed to know, you've been able to ask the pros at electrical outlet. They won't steer you wrong. Colby and Brittany McLemore carry on that tradition. They've got all the right tools and materials for projects any time of the season. Fall is in the air. Fall is in the air tonight, as a matter of fact. But there's still time to tackle those projects around the house or the farm on the outside before the seasons change. You don't want to go outside. Electrical Outlet has the lumber and other building materials you need, so there's really no need to go anywhere else. Electrical Outlet, next door to Tractor Supply in Moulton, your home for everyday savings. Go and see Colby and the guys at Electrical Outlet tomorrow. 21-3 our score. It's the Electrical Outlet halftime show. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with some scores from other games around the area. You're listening to 97.9 Sports and the Red Devil Sports Network. Stick around, back in 2 minutes.
If you're in the mood for good barbecue, pork, chicken, ribs, or turkey, it's John's Barbecue. If you're in the mood for good seafood, catfish, shrimp, oysters, or stuffed crab, it's John's Barbecue. Even if you're in the mood for something else, why, with 12 tasty side items, there's always something you can enjoy again and again. Since 1995, John and Stacey Cross has always appreciated your business. John's Barbecue, right here in Moulton, Court Street, and Highway 157. Good friends, good food, all fired up.
When you need auto body repair, you need a name you can rely on. And that name, the same name in 2023 it has been for years. It's Charlie's Body Shop. It doesn't matter if your vehicle is big or small, foreign or domestic. Charlie's Body Shop takes great pride in the way they do business. Charlie's Body Shop, Highway 157, just north of Moulton. 974-9172. A proud supporter of 97.9 for over 20 years and a proud sponsor of sports in Lawrence County even longer.
Locally owned and operated, Brewers Heating and Air Conditioning has proudly served this area with the finest in heating and air conditioning for over 40 years. Building a new home? Remodeling a home? You can trust Norman Brewer and all the folks at Brewers Heating and Air for your heating and cooling needs. They offer free estimates, available financing, and if you need service, they have you covered there too. Your headquarters for quality American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is Brewers Heating and Air right here in Moulton, 974-9204, Alabama license 84046.
Stop at Guthrie's, the original golden fried chicken finger specialist, and you'll see why people drive from everywhere for that golden fried chicken. There's the Guthrie's box with chicken fingers, fries, homemade coleslaw, Texas toast, and that delicious one-of-a-kind sauce. A proud supporter of sports in Lawrence County since 2005. And whether you choose drive-through, dine-in, carry-out, or delivery by DoorDash, it's still that great Guthrie's chicken. Highway 157 in Moulton.
When the sun is shining and your car is dirty, it's time to visit Shine Time Superwash. And it's also time to join the new Superwash Club, where you can get your car washed as much as you like and enjoy all of the Shine Time perks for one low monthly fee. Even better, your Superwash Club membership can be used at all Shine Time locations. Visit Shine Time in Moulton between Walmart and Sonic to learn more about the Superwash Club, or visit them online at shinetimesuperwash.com. It's not just a super wash, it's a super experience.
We welcome you back to the Electrical Outlet halftime show. We're in a pretty good mood. The reason we are is because the Red Devils are leading here at the half, 21-3. Talking while we were in the break, it maybe probably the best first half of football Lawrence County has played all season long, and they picked a fine time to do it. As promised, we got some scores from around the area. Let's go through them. Russellville is leading Brewer 42-13. That's in the late play in the second quarter. Muscle Shoals and Hartselle. Hartselle leading at the half 21-14. That's kind of a shootout just like we thought it was going to be. East Lawrence and Brooks. Brooks leading East Lawrence coming up to the halftime 42-8. Susan Moore leading Brindley Mountain 34-6. It's Pennington over Vinemont. Fairview, we'll be playing them in a couple of weeks, are leading Ardmore at the half 21-2. Madison Academy in Asbury. Madison Academy leading 56-0. Austin and Grissom. Grissom, of course, coached by former Red Devil head football coach Rich Dutton. got some work to do in the second half. Austin leading Grissom at the half, 28-0. Winston County leading Cold Springs 14-0. Mars Hill, after a big win last week over Russellville, leading Calvert County 21-0. West Limestone 13, Wilson 6. And last night, Priceville took care of JP2 42-18. And Hamilton leading Curry, Elkmont leading Calvert Heights. Here's one, Athens leading Coleman 21-7 at the half. Lexington 10, Falkville nothing at the half. And West Morgan, close game with Dessler in the second quarter. West Morgan leading Dessler, but only by 7. Their score is 21-14. That's going to get you up to date with some of the scores from around North Alabama. Don't forget, of course, no Auburn Tiger football for you tomorrow. Tigers have a bye week as they get ready for the LSU Tigers coming up a week from tomorrow. Airtime is going to be either 3 or 3:30 with the Tiger Tailgate Show. Won't know till Sunday, whether it's going to be a 6 or a 6:30 kickoff. And the Red Devils back home next week for the first time in 3 weeks as we welcome to the friendly confines the Indians of East Limestone High School. 21-3 is our score here at the half. You're listening to the Electrical Outlet halftime show. We're back in 2 minutes. Stick around.
If you're in the mood for good barbecue, pork, chicken, ribs, or turkey, it's John's Barbecue. If you're in the mood for good seafood, catfish, shrimp, oysters, or stuffed crab, it's John's Barbecue. Even if you're in the mood for something else, why, with 12 tasty side items, there's always something you can enjoy again and again. Since 1995, John and Stacey Cross has always appreciated your business. John's Barbecue, right here in Moulton, Court Street, and Highway 157. Good friends, good food, all fired up.
In sports, you want to be a champion. The same is true in portable buildings. So why not visit Champion Portable Buildings, where you'll find a storage solution to fit every need. You'll find all shapes, all sizes, all colors, all kinds of options and payment choices to fit your budget. And they're built right here in Moulton. Log on to championportablebuilding.com to find your local authorized dealer, and you'll discover both affordable pricing and champion quality. For your next storage answer, it's a great day to be a champion.
Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Pepsi-Cola of Decatur. Pepsi-Cola has always been a big part of any sporting event or special event in Lawrence County. Hey, look around. You see Pepsi signs everywhere. Every point scored during a high school game in Lawrence County has been displayed on a Pepsi-Cola of Decatur scoreboard. How about that? So when you need refreshment, look for that Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Aquafina sign wherever you buy groceries. Pepsi-Cola of Decatur, you know they're big in Lawrence County.
This broadcast is brought to you by Philtech. Located in Cortland, Philtech brings you over 25 years experience formulating custom water treatment blends that meet your specific needs. Since 2014, Philtech has provided custom chemical blends for industrial boiler water and cooling tower treatments, as well as a manufacturer of aluminum salt coagulants that serve many municipalities. From 50 pounds to 45,000 pounds, they can take care of the treatments you need. 256-637-2843. That's Philtech in Cortland.
Once again, welcome back to West Point High School. Red Devils leading the homestanding Warriors at the half, 21-3. And Greg, we were talking during the break. This might have been the best first half of play the Red Devils have had all year long. They played some good football, played a good second half at Brewer, played good during Ardmore, but pretty much took control here in the first half of tonight's game.
Well, Dave, we ran up against the West Point team. Even though they were 0-2 in our region, played a couple of close games. They got the offensive line that matches up real well with our defensive line. They got a defensive line that matches up real well with our offensive line. So the game has been played at the line of scrimmage. The Red Devils has played, no doubt, not even close to the best half we've played all year.
Absolutely. Let's look at that scoring recap if we can.
Okay, with Red Devils had the ball on their second possession, and Frost hit Braylon Dame with about a 25-yarder over on the far side of the field, out of bounds about the 5-yard line. A couple of plays later, Parker Frost, our quarterback, carried it in from 5 yards, had a pretty good push from the backfield. Point after by Caden Lee was good. That happened at 10:47 to play in the first quarter. With 3:39 remaining to play in the second half, Parker Frost hit Zander Billings on a 22-yard pitch and catch. The point after was good. Put the Red Devils up 14-3. Segundo had made a 31-yard field goal earlier in the second quarter. And then with 4 seconds left, those that were just with us, Parker Frost, with 4/10 of a second left, a 1-yard run over the left guard. The point after was good. And that's how we got to 21-3 here at the first half play.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Look at some of the individual stats. Well, talk about West Point first. They had 3 players carry the ball. Hensley netted -8 yards. Roberson came in with 66 yards in the first half. He was the workhorse. Howell contributed 28 for a total of 86 yards net on the ground. Mark's quarterback department was 1 of 3 for a total of 14 yards. So we have West Point unofficially with even 100 yards here in the first half. A little bit better story for Lawrence County, I'll guarantee you that. Let's talk about some rushing. Drew Gatlin, 9 carries for 64 yards. Here's an interesting stat. We talked about this as well, Greg. Parker Frost, his first carry was for an 8-yard loss. But since then, he carried for 5 yards and a touchdown. He carried for 1 yard. Then he carried for 2 yards and a touchdown. So technically, unofficially, he has 0 yards rushing, but he's got 2 rushing touchdowns.
If that was a trivia question, I'd have missed it, David. That's an interesting stat.
And Parker was excellent in the passing department. You should have seen him to believe him. He was 5 of 11 for 127 yards and a touchdown. So the Red Devils, with 64 yards on the ground, 127 yards in the air, a nice balanced attack.
I don't think without being here tonight we could do it justice on my air when we talked about what a great catch that Brody Bean made, what a great catch that Caden Ware made. And both of those catches, David, come on big third down conversions for the Red Devils to sustain drives that wound up being a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely right. And Parker Frost not shy of sharing the love with his receivers. Bean with 41 yards, Ware with 34 yards, Dame with 32 yards, and Billings with 20 yards.
And Coach Walker come up with an interesting wrinkle, too. You know, our right tackle wound up being eligible due to some movement in the backfield and a formation that I had not seen before, and that caught the defense off guard, and then that's what left Zander Billings wide open for the 27-yard touchdown. So once again, you know, Coach Walker comes through, and he has one up his sleeve that he pulls out at just the right time, especially in a region game that means so much tonight.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Electrical Outlet halftime show. Remember, when you need to know, you need to ask the pros at Electrical Outlet in Moulton, right there next to Tractor Supply at the intersection of Court Street and Highway 157. Cody and Brittany doing everybody a good job anytime you walk in the door. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with second half action. We hope it's as good as the first. 21-3 our score. It's the Electrical Outlet halftime show. Thanks so much. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
This has been the LCHS Red Devil Football Halftime Report. Stay tuned. The second half is about to get underway on Classic Radio 97.9 and WALW.org.
Your Lawrence County Exchange, now known as Tennessee Valley Co-op Moulton, reminds you that they now offer you more in their recently remodeled location. Have you been to the co-op lately? There are more choices, more service, and more savings throughout the store. The co-op is also your home for the animals in your life, from your cattle to your pets, for the farm, for the homeowner, and for you. That's Tennessee Valley Co-op. You know, Lawrence County Exchange, Highway 157 in Moulton.
Insurance is all about relationships, that personal relationship with people who live in your community and will be there when you need it the most. At the Birch Agency, they get that. They're an agency with an experienced staff that listens to your needs and understands your pocketbook. Independent agents like the Birch Agency go through several different companies to get you a great rate and will offer you the experience and professionalism that fits your needs. Let them prove to you that your insurance is only as good as your agent. The Birch Agency, 256-974-1110.
If you need your vehicle repaired right, the first time and as quickly as possible, Southern Automotives is waiting for you in downtown Moulton. Mark Naylor and his staff of professional mechanics will treat your vehicle like it's one of their own. From oil changes to engine replacements, brake work, tune-ups, and more, they do it all. You can even shop for tires while you're there too. Southern Automotives at the corner of Spring and Seminary in downtown Moulton, 974-9954.
You may not be able to win a decathlon like Olympic gold medalist Dan O'Brien, but you can take advantage of a key ingredient to his success, using regular chiropractic care. If you suffer from chronic headache, sinus or ear infection, or other body pains, Dr. Fletcher may be able to help you stay fit for one of the most important races of all, your race through life. New patients are always welcome. For an appointment, the number is 974-0415. Fletcher Family Chiropractic Clinic, across from Bankhead Plaza, and on the web at FletcherFamilyChiropractic.com.
And we welcome you back to West Point. Red Devils leading 21-3. We got a minute or so before the second half kickoff. Time for me to ask you a question. Are you thinking about the perfect vacation getaway? Maybe the ideal graduation gift for the family? Well, cruise planners and Vicki Marisi are now here in the area to help. Discover worldwide destinations, including Alaska, Europe, and the Caribbean, all in the comfort of a cruise. Great prices, experience, travel knowledge, hometown service. All you've got to do, or the best place to start, is to log on to adventureswithvicky.com. That's adventureswithvicky.com. They can make your dream vacation come to life. Don't forget, next week, we'll be back home, another region game as we welcome the East Limestone Indians to Red Devil Stadium for game number 7 of the season. Players coming back on the field, Red Devils to our right, West Point celebrating their homecoming this evening, getting ready here on their sideline. Mentioned earlier, a good crowd, Greg, that traveled down 157 to see the Red Devils play. They always travel well, don't they?
Hey, that 27 miles got eat up by the Red Devils.
Yep.
Load them up and head them out. You might have been a little later getting here, David, than normal, but probably a lot of folks had to stop and get them a bite of groceries.
Well, we want to, speaking of bite of groceries, want to thank again once again the fine hospitality we got for Brandon Iron in the gang, and we'll see him again in a couple of weeks when we travel to Fairview to play the Aggies in a couple of weeks.
And just on a side note, you always are very kind to mention volleyball. October the 19th
yes, sir.
Will be when the area tournament will start. Lawrence County will be the number 1 seed in the area, and of course they have to finish high in the area tournament to get a seed and a seat in the state playoffs. So looking forward to much success from Coach Hutto's Lady Red Devils.
Absolutely. Looking for some success tonight, too, with the Red Devils in the second half. Time to turn things over to the voice of Lawrence County Sports, Mr. Penny Williams. Sir, take it away.
Thank you very much. West Point will get the football to start the second half as they, won the toss and ended up having to get the kick off in the second half. Here's a kick by the Red Devils, taken by one of the West Point upbacks. He runs through a couple of tackles, and he's out to the 35-yard line, and that's where they will put it down. A 19-yard return. First down and 10 yards to go. 21-3, Red Devils lead it as we start the second half of play.
Good tackle made right there by number 85, our little sophomore wide receiver cornerback Braxton Lindsay. You may remember earlier in the year, Braxton had a nice touchdown catch against Danville.
Well, here's first down and 10 for the Warriors, moving to our left here in the third quarter. Here's a give to the tailback, trying to slide to the outside, and he does before Zander Billings runs him down. That's going to be Garit Roberson, the ball carrier. It'll be a gain of about 4 yards.
Billings went down pretty hard on his right shoulder, and there he does kind of lean over, maybe extend a game. Did a good job fighting off that block on that big offensive end. West Point's got some beef on the line.
A lot of beef up front.
I'm telling you now.
Second down 6 from the West Point 38-yard line. We'll spot it. Right side of the field to the right. Here's Robertson. Fakes in the middle. Going to run it right up the middle. Got a little running room before he is pulled back at the 41-yard line.
A lot of forward progress right there. Caden Ware, Tion Days making a tackle for the Red Devils. Linebacking crew for the Red Devils has had probably as good a night as I've seen them have collectively. And they've used quite a lot of substitutions. You'll see Tyson Hooper. You'll see Sutton Phillips along with Norwood. And Zander Billings playing a big part in the linebacking crew tonight.
First down and 10. From the 44-yard line, West Point. 10.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's a turn, little reverse, back the other way, and nothing happening this time.
Did not get
Eli
it.
Long said that's about as far as you go. Did they ever get the ball? Don't think so. They're going to say forward progress is up to the 43 before he got pushed back. So it'll be second and 10, no gain on the play. Garit Roberson and Ollie Howell has really been the two guns for West Point tonight. Their starting quarterback has been hurt. In fact, he didn't even dress tonight, Hunter Hensley. So they've been going with the second guy all night long. Here's the to the right side, loose football, still on the ground. Red Devils got it to say. A wide receiver just dropped the ball. Now here's a flag flying up in the air. We'll see what we got out of this. It's going to be Red Devil ball, and then it's probably going to be dead ball something after that.
And you know what, Benny, I don't know what the dead ball is going to be, but I really don't care right now because we do have possession. Did Caden Ware make it out there and was the first man to fall on the ball?
I'm not sure because that was too far away from us. We couldn't see it real well. So let's see what it'll be.
Coach Walker gathered up his Red Devils over there in a hurry and had a word of prayer with them. So I'm going to say this might be against us.
It's going to be 15-yard personal foul. First one of the night for the Red Devils. And that's going to be dead ball, but it's going to be Red Devil football. So that'll move the ball back into the Red Devil land at the 40. And the Red Devils come up with a fumble by the West Point Warriors, their first turnover of the night. Here's Frost, ball centered over his head. He goes back and falls on it all the way back to the 21-yard line. Red Devils can't stand success sometime, Greg. Get a personal foul and then center the ball over the quarterback's head, and we're going the wrong way.
You know, that's a loss of about 17 on the bad snap.
15 on the penalty.
That's 32 after getting a great break to start the second half.
That's right.
9:05 remaining to play in the third quarter. Red Devils up 21-3. Second and a mile.
Yep, second and a short cab ride. Here's Frost going to throw it. Far side, throws it up and intended for Bodie Bean, and nothing there. So it'll be third down. I think Parker Frost took a pretty good lick right in the old breadbasket that time by one of those linebackers. He got it right under the ribs, and it'll be third and long.
You know, West Point living and dying with man-to-man coverage on the near side against what I consider, you know, one of the best receivers that's come through the Red Devil program in quite some time.
Red Devils going to load up this side with three wide receivers, one on the other side. Let's see how they'll play it. rolling to the right. Frost going to go back the other way, and the ball up in the air. Tried to get it to Brody Bean on a little weak side screen, and had the ball been thrown down there where he could catch it, I think he had running room.
Had a little bit of smoke and mirrors added to that play right there, but, you know, it's going to take an excellent Red Devil punt right here to get out of this deep territory with 8:44 to play. West Point could easily come out of this with as good a field position as they've had all night.
Here's Zander Billings standing at his own 9-yard line. Snap. Got it out of there. High wobbler. It's going to hit and scoot down the sideline. Let's see where I mark it out of bounds. At the 49-yard line in Red Devil land. That's a 25-yard punt with no return. So West Point, no harm, no foul with the fumble.
No, they
got thanks to the Red Devils.
Yeah, they made out like a bandit on that exchange. You know, Benny, that's one of those fumbles. Quarterback running to the right side, loses control, could have easily been picked up. And run back for 6. So Red Devils is going to have to pick it up just a little bit right here and protect their 21-3 lead with 8:34 in the third quarter.
Here are the Warriors at the Red Devil 49-yard line. Fake into the middle, rolling out to the near side, running room, into the 40 and down. It's going to be Marks, the ball carrier, and he'll gain nearly 10 yards. I say they're going to give it to him.
Yep, I think you're right.
Down number 8 of the night. At the Red Devil 39-yard line.
And they are moving the chains. Sutton Phillips kind of gets caught in no man land right there on that play.
Slot receiver on the right side, one running back on the near side. Marks again, leaves it with his tailback, and he runs it off right guard. And he'll get a couple of yards into the 37-yard line. Nothing real fancy with that. And it'll be second down and 8.
A lot of substitution right here by the Warriors. Big number 27 coming, that Ollie Howe coming back into the backfield.
Yep. I look for him to carry the ball. He's a pretty big boy. And he is, now they're going to fake it to him. Now the Red Devils with pressure, and the quarterback, Marks, ran by tackler.
Yeah. Norwood had a good chance.
Caden Norwood had a shot at him back at the 37-yard line. Let him get by. It'll be third down.
I'm not so sure that play wasn't designed to go to Howe. Quarterback kind of pulled it out there at the last minute.
Yep, one of those RPOs that everybody runs nowadays.
Yep.
So it'll be third down. I would say probably West Point is in 4-down territory. Third down and 4 at the Red Devil 33. Let's say really muff it here. Here's Marks. He's going to run the keeper, and he'll get virtually nothing. Good play that time. Devil's got a couple people on the bottom of the stack, so it's going to be Zander Billings on the bottom. He and Caden Norwood on the tackle. So it's going to be fourth down and about 2. And West Point, in fact, is going to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, Bryson Moten, Eli Long did a good job of holding up the forward progress on that play on this right side.
Here's Robinson, quick count, going to go to the right side. He's got the first down plus some into the 25.
Not very contested right there by the Red Devils on the far side.
Really wasn't.
I don't believe we were ready, Benny. We didn't get
they went on the quick count. We were not ready. So first and 10 at the 25.
5:50 left to play in the third quarter. Red Devils up 21-3.
2 blocking backs, straight snap, right up the middle. There it goes to Robertson again, and he'll move into about the 20. Garrett Robertson, the ball carrier, and he gains 5 yards. I tell you, Greg, at 5 yards a clip, you can click it off in a hurry.
Yeah, that Wildcat formation, if you want to call it that, with Garrett Robertson, they'll take that every time and twice on Sunday.
Eli Long out of the ball game, getting a little rest. got an extra man way late checking into the ball game, and the Red Devils going to call timeout. They would have ended up with too many men on the field for no doubt. So the Red Devils will take their first time out of the second half. 5:16 to go in the third quarter, 21-3. Red Devils. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's football time in Alabama, one of the best times of the whole year. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. It often seems like this world is changing so fast every single day, but it's nice to know that fall Friday nights in Alabama are still the same. To all the football players, cheerleaders, and band members, I hope you have a successful, safe, and winning season. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Welcome back to West Point, Alabama. 5:16 third quarter. Red Devils 21. West Point 3. West Point second down. That's the Red Devil 20-yard line. Moving down to our left. Straight snap back to the tailback. Got to the outside. Flag down. This will come back. They'll get in the end zone, but they can go ahead and cheer and then go boo.
Yeah, Eli Long drew that hold early on.
They got buried over here on this side.
Yeah, is that what you call it? No doubter?
A no doubter. They could have thrown every flag they wanted on that one.
I know just exactly how these fans over here feel.
Yep. What did I say they do?
Yep.
Yeah, turn her up there. They only do that at Coleman High games. You don't have the right.
My goodness.
They'll move the ball back out to the 25-yard line. That would nullify a touchdown. But that one early on. Here's a give right up the middle. They're going to run left side. This is Howell again. And he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Just short of the first down yardage, I believe. And a penalty flag.
Yep.
Got talked into throwing that. They're going to probably call a late hit, personal foul.
Personal foul, Red Devils. That's the second one of this quarter. That's going to be half the distance, and half the distance from the 13th is going to be somewhere around the 7.
.456 remaining in the third quarter.
Here's a turn. Going to give it to Howell again, and Red Devils just hitting him at the line of scrimmage and then letting him get away. They're going to have to corral him from the outside in, it appears. But he's knocked out of bounds after a very short gain. I think it might be a loss on the play. Second down and goal.
He did get out of bounds, and that does stop the clock.
4:39.
I'd love to see the clock keep running right now, Benny.
So here's Marks.
Watch the left side.
Direct. Going to give it to him on the left side, and he goes forward and is pulled backwards by Eli Long at about the 6-yard line. So it's going to be third down.
Eli Long having himself a heck of a game. No wonder the guy held him, man.
I know. To hold him too, I guess.
That's the only way to keep him from getting to the ball carrier.
West Point is 2 out of 8 on third down in the ball game.
You know, here's where you got to be careful. But I wouldn't mind seeing one of our linebackers go ahead and shoot a gap right here and take our chances.
I don't think they're going to throw it. Here's Marks. He'll ask for the ball. He's going to run behind all those big blockers on the left side, and he didn't get in there.
Nope.
Nope. Or did he? Yes, he did.
I don't understand that. I think we had as good a view as anybody.
Evidently, he hit the pylon.
Well, he didn't hit it. The Red Devils hit it because there was about 4 of them between him and the pylon.
So it's a touchdown for West Point, and it's 21-9. And the point after coming. It's going to end up being Howell with a touchdown. We'll give him credit for 2-yard touchdown run. So they're going to go for 2. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but here he comes, running the left side, trying again, same play, and this time he didn't make it.
Nope.
Caden Ware made sure he didn't. He and Ryder McGregory. So your new score, Red Devils 21, West Point 9. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When the sun is shining and your car is dirty, it's time to visit Shine Time Superwash. And it's also time to join the new Superwash Club, where you can get your car washed as much as you like and enjoy all of the Shine Time perks for one low monthly fee. Even better, your Superwash Club membership can be used at all Shine Time locations. Visit Shine Time in Moulton between Walmart and Sonic to learn more about the Superwash Club, or visit them online at shinetimesuperwash.com. It's not just a super wash, it's a super experience.
Don't forget, no Auburn Tiger football tomorrow. Off Saturday, getting ready for LSU. Next Saturday, kickoff at 6, 4, 6:30. No Sunday.
Greg, Red Devils need to get your football and hang on to it a while. They've had it very little in the third quarter.
Yeah, 3:47 remaining in the third quarter. Meaning, here's one thing you cannot do right here.
There's a squib taken by, this is going to be Caden Ware. Ware trying to wiggle his way out, still on his feet to the 35.
Good return by Caden Ware on that kickoff.
23 yards on the return.
Yeah, this is where the Red Devils just can't really afford a quick 3 and out.
Don't need no 3 and out. The defense is tired. They've been on the field a lot. Red Devils had a couple of penalties. They had a fumble recovery and squashed that opportunity, and they need to hold on to football for a while.
Cooper Wilkerson leading the Red Devils out. Brent Hill, Eli Long, Colby Clear, Tion Days on the offensive line.
Need to get back and do what they do best, and let's give it to number 6. And there he goes. That's the 40-yard line. That's a quick 5-yard gain.
Nothing fancy about that. Just follow your H-back right there, White Knight.
Quick 5-yard gain out to the 40. It'll be second down.
Benny Drew Gatlin looks just as fresh in the third and fourth quarters he does in the game start. I think he may not lose a step. He may gain a step.
The Red Devils second down and 5 from their own 40-yard line, moving to our right. Here's Gatlin again, bounces it to the outside, and he'll gain up to about the 42. It'll be third down at about 3. Third and 3, we'll call it. That's the Red Devil 42-yard line as they run it off to the left that time.
What do you think that's like?
Not much.
Okay. About a yard short of where we had them, and we looking straight down the line of scrimmage.
So here's Parker Frost up under center, going to leave it in the backfield with Gatlin, and down he goes. The linebacker shot the gap. Didn't have anybody to block for him, and down they go. And it'll be punting time, so 3 and out for the Red Devils.
21-9 on the scoreboard. West Point has nothing to lose right there, playing the run all the way on 3rd and short. And I don't know, that's where you almost have to have a little misdirection or something.
You almost gave away with the formation. You gave away what you were going to do, I think.
I agree with that.
So here's Billings. Low snap, got it, kicked it away, wobbler, off to the left. It'll hit, bounce straight up in the air and go out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. 23 yards on the punt by the Red Devils. So we got 30, 25, and 23, no return. And they're going to mark it 1st and 10 at the West Point 34-yard line. I tell you, Zander did a good job then to grab that ball because, again, it was bouncing on the way back, and you never know what you're going to get.
No, you don't. Absolutely. Can't complain about that. This is going to be a tired Red Devil defense.
Going back on the field.
Yes. with a minute and a half to play in the third quarter. Jesse Carty in.
Here's West Point from their own 34. Roberson going to run it off the left side, and Brody Baines got him, I think, about the 37-yard line.
Maybe Caden Ware with a number 3. 2 and 3 look so much alike.
About 4-yard gain on the play.
21-9. Red Devils lead in the third quarter at West Point. Just under 1 minute to play in the third quarter.
So at the 37-yard line, there's a direct snap going to go to Howell. Red Devils got it. Howell dropped the ball and had to get back on it. That time the Red Devils came with a full more blitz. Looked like they were almost out offsides, a -6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 11.
We talked about that on the last series. Sometimes you've got to take your chance.
Yeah.
West Point did it on third down against the Red Devils. See how the Red Devils play this third down. I don't want to leave a man in single coverage right here and give the quarterback a chance to hurt us deep.
Yeah, here's Ollie Howell. Low snap again. Left side, they want to throw the ball, and they're down. Good job by the Red Devils. Coming in there real quick is White Knight.
And Jesse Carty, I believe White was the first man there.
So the Red Devil defenders hold it.
How quick was White Knight on that ball?
Pretty quick. We're going to get a timeout, or that's the end of the quarter. That is the end of the quarter. 21-9 Red Devils as we head to the fourth. See if we can hang on for a regional victory. We'll return on 97.9 Sports and the Red Devil Sports Network after this 30-second timeout.
In sports, you want to be a champion. The same is true in portable buildings. So why not visit Champion Portable Buildings, where you'll find a storage solution to fit every need. You'll find all shapes, all sizes, all colors, all kinds of options and payment choices to fit your budget. And they're built right here in Moulton. Log on to championportablebuilding.com to find your local authorized dealer, and you'll discover both affordable pricing and champion quality. For your next storage answer, it's a great day to be a champion.
Welcome back to West Point High School. Red Devils leading West Point 21-9 as we begin the fourth quarter. Good stand by the Red Devil defense that time. Benny, what's West Point going to do here on the fourth?
Well, it's 4th and 9. I don't see them going for it. Not on their side of the 50, frankly. Although stranger things have happened. Red Devils got a receiver back, but I'm not sure they're going to punt the ball. And it doesn't appear they are. This is a pretty gutty call right here in this situation.
We need to make sure we got our defense that we want on the field.
Trying to draw the Red Devils off. I think that's going to be the main thing, and they very well might snap it, and now they will. They'll roll it to the right side, throw it incomplete.
Don't hit him late. All right.
Good job, Waylon Dame.
Yes, sir.
So the Red Devils will hold, and they'll get the ball at the West Point 35-yard line. And now, Greg, is the time for our offense to make them pay for that decision.
Well, Benny, there's a couple of things that need to happen right here. Number one, you use the play clock. I mean, it's a little early to start freezing the ball. I realize that. But it makes a lot of difference whether you snap the ball with 25 seconds or with 6 or 7. And I think the Red Devils can do both. I think we can run the ball successfully, pick up the first down, and still use a lot of clock.
Yep, we just need to play clean football, frankly. All the snaps are right there. Gatlin again, pulling people with him, still strong on his feet into the 31-yard line. Drew Gatlin.
I cannot imagine what this penalty is.
I don't know either.
Didn't get a piece of face mask, did we? Or did they?
Another holding call. 8 penalty for 70 yards. Now for the Red Devils, they're piling up on them. And that's going to move the ball back out to the 44-yard line and make it 1st and 20.
Came in awful late.
Red Devils go virtually with no huddle. Gatlin to the right side of Parker Frost. 1st and 20, man in motion, cutting the right side, throwing into the flat, ball's caught. That's going to be Brody Bean, and he's got a first down or close to it.
Boy, that was, I'm telling you, everybody and their brother thought Caden Ware was going to catch it short.
Yeah, that's going to be Ryder McGregory on the receiving end, I think, and it was.
I think you're right. It's quite a good play right there, putting Ware in motion.
22 yards on the pass and catch. 1st and 10, into the flat they'll go. This one is going to be Ware again. Caden Ware down the far sideline and jumps out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. That's close to another first down, and it is.
10:52 to play in this Region 8 Classic between the Red Devils and West Point Warriors. If you're just tuning in,
13-yard gain on that one, Greg.
Yep, Red Devils up 21-9.
And Red Devils going in a hurry. Here's the fake into the middle. Gatlin trying to turn the corner. He's got running room into the 5. That's the tap dance at about the 2-yard line.
Meaning, at what point do you not have to get tackled anymore?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, I'm asking you. I'm not trying to make a mountain out of a molehill, but he's 5 yards out of bounds.
They're going to say that he stepped out of bounds out at the 7.
Which makes that tackle
worse.
That's what I'm saying. They had already blown him out of bounds.
So the clock stops with 10:33 to go in the ball game. Red Devils threatened to add to a 21-9 lead.
15 on the play clock. Red Devils with plenty of time. Here's just so important, the exchange between the center and the quarterback. Make sure you got your play called and you're comfortable.
Here's the Devils. Weak side, going to run it to Drew Gatlin. Touchdown, Red Devils. Runs it away from the coverage. 7-yard touchdown run by Drew Gatlin, who walks in.
I'll say it one more time. I think he gains himself in the fourth quarter.
I agree with you.
I don't know how the offensive line is doing the job that they're doing, Benny. They're playing both ways, a lot of those guys right there. Hats off to Cooper Wilkerson, Brent Hill, Eli Long right there, Kobe Sears, Keon Days. Great job.
Here's Caden Lee to attempt the point after. Kicks on the tee. It's up. It's away. And that one's no good. That's the first one he's missed this year, I believe.
Well, we didn't get quite the hold that we've been getting. Didn't get it on the tee quite as straight up as he would have liked it, but might have rushed it just a little bit.
You score 27-9 Devils, 10:23 to go in the ball game. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When the sun is shining and your car is dirty, it's time to visit Shine Time Superwash. And it's also time to join the new Superwash Club, where you can get your car washed as much as you like and enjoy all of the Shine Time perks for one low monthly fee. Even better, your Superwash Club membership can be used at all Shine Time locations. Visit Shine Time in Moulton between Walmart and Sonic to learn more about the Superwash Club, or visit them online at shinetimesuperwash.com. It's not just a super wash, it's a super experience.
Welcome back to West Point. Red Devils 27, Warriors 9. Here's a kick by the Red Devils, Caden Lee, taking 25, up to the 30, out to about the 33, and going down in the foul.
Braden Monfort, the big senior wide receiver for the West Point Warriors, on the kick return of 13 yards.
13-yard return.
The last drive by the Red Devils, correct me if I'm wrong, but big holding penalty, and the Red Devils were able to overcome a big deficit out there on first down.
Yeah, got a 22-yard play for a first down. It was a big play in that drive.
A little pass and catch from Frost to Ryder McGregory over on the far side that made up for that holding penalty. That's a heck of a drive by the Red Devils.
So here's 1st and 10, Ollie Howell back there with Roberson. And they'll leave it with Howell, and he'll go down right at the line of scrimmage. The Devils hold him up after a short gain.
The referee's a little bit quicker blowing the whistle right there. I like that.
I do too. This scrum deal, I've never been for it.
Yeah, you don't want a high schooler to get rolled up on an ankle.
I don't like it at any level, frankly.
No, I don't either. But, you know, you just don't want to see folks at the bottom of a pile like that get hurt.
There's Howell and Robinson in the backfield. Straight snap. Robinson rolling to the right. Sets up. Red Devils corral him on the near side. Going to go deep down the middle of the field. It's intercepted. There goes Tiff Engel going the other way.
Get out of the way, Jesse.
And Engel runs it down the far side. And it's intercepted, and the Red Devils have got the football.
Benny, the Red Devils, Hutto changed the defenses completely right there. I don't know if y'all noticed it or not, but all of a sudden we were in a 3-5. And we had not seen that, which did what? Extra defensive back. Come in handy, didn't it?
Sure did. 30-yard return after the interception. So the second turnover of the night for the West Point Warriors, and good pressure that time by the Red Devil front guys.
Young man putting pressure on the quarterback, did a good job not getting a late hit or roughing the passer. He stopped at the right time.
Here are the Red Devils. Snap right up the middle. They're going to give it straight to Gatlin, and Gatlin will run right up the middle for about a 2-yard gain. Down to 8.
Little wildcat for the Red Devils right there. We got 11. Y'all got 11. Let's just line up and go at it.
Gatlin going to take himself out of the ball game, I thought.
No,
they're going to leave him in there.
25 on the play clock. Red Devils, no hurry at all to get this play off.
Here's Drew. Running to the left side, trying to turn the corner, cuts behind one block, and he'll fall inside the 25 to 24, and it'll be third down.
What do you think? 4 down territory, Benny?
Probably so. 3rd and 5, and they're going to put Parker Klaus back in the ball game.
Sutton Phillips coming in.
Red Devils are 1 out of 13 tonight, or 1 out of 5, rather, on 3rd down.
8 minutes to play in this Region 8 Classic. Red Devils up 27-9.
Here's Frost. Going to throw it. A little high. Brody Bean cutting short. And it'll be 4th down. So what are we going to do? We're going to try another field goal.
I see Jack Ball coming in. Caden Lee, number 10. Yep.
We're going to let him have a run at this one from about 41 yards.
It's a lot can go right here, and a lot can go wrong.
From straight away from 41, Caden Lee. Snap, place, kick. Hadn't got enough wheels.
They got a man to run it back.
A man can run it back. No, you can't run it back in high school.
Okay.
So it'll be no good. And they'll get the football. West Point will get the football at the 20-yard line.
What in the world did they waste a man back there for, Benny?
I don't know. Don't know. 7:44 to go in the ball game. West Point will have it.
You know, Red Devils had two turnovers tonight, and 0 points off turnovers.
Yeah, true. So here's Roberson in the Wildcat. He and Howell. Going to leave it with Howell right up the middle, and they have got his number.
No gain on the play, and could have been easily been a 5-yard motion penalty.
Yep. Turned upfield too quick.
Way too quick.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Howell out for the West Point Warriors.
White Kelso, White Knight, and Jesse Carty, 3-man front right here. Little 3-5 defense once again.
Here's Marks trying to run the right side, which he's done all that long, and Red Devils just have not done a good job of turning him inside. They've been letting him get the corner all night long.
And the reason
first down.
Yeah, the reason for the 3-5 is so that does not happen, but Zander Billings was slow getting out to the left side right there. He let the defensive end get him turned to the inside, and that made it difficult for anybody else to get out there in time to slow down.
What West Point does, too, they pull a guard and they pull a tackle, and they just outnumber you.
Yep.
And you got to get out there and set the edge, and we have not done a good job of doing that tonight. Here's a ball tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Good job that time, just Carty.
Little slant pass intended for Eli Sims, senior wide receiver.
Make that wide, Kelso. I'm sorry.
You know, Benny, West Point is going to have to put the ball in the air. 18-point deficit, 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the game.
2nd and 10 from the 35. They're going to run it wide to the left side, see if the Red Devils can turn that young man back inside, and he don't go down real easy. He's up across the 41, 42-yard line. It's going to be Robinson, the ball carrier, and it'll be 3rd and 4.
Gets him over 100 yards. Unofficially, rather, 17 carries for 101 tough yards.
Sutton Phillips, Caden Norwood, Tyson Hooper, and Jackson Barrett in the game for the Red Devils and the linebacking crew.
You've got a mismatch over here, Greg. It's Bryant Moore. He and Brody Bean sort of one-on-one over here if they want to go this way, but they're going to hand it off right up the middle, and what a great play, White Kelso.
Yes, it was.
I mean, he came in there taking names.
It's going to be, a couple of yard loss, maybe?
Yeah, 4th down. What a good play.
Clock continued to run. 5.5 minutes to play in this game?
Yes, sir.
And West Point just looks like they're in no hurry, Benny. Trailing 27-9.
See what they'll come up with. I'd look for number 2 to run the football. He's sort of been the man of the hour for them all night long. And here he comes, and they shoot the gap. And inside there's Kelso again. Like that, yes, down he'll go. And that'll be a yard gain, and the Red Devils get the football. Great job by Hooper.
Yeah.
Started the whole play. He got in the backfield and was able to make the young man from West Point adjust the way he wanted to go. And then by that time, the Red Devil cavalry had showed up, and it's a good stop for the defense, and the Red Devils get the ball.
Tackled a lot better tonight than we did last week up Highway 31, as our producer likes to say.
So the Red Devils, with a nice little drive here with 5:08 to go, could crank the buses.
Yep. May not completely ice it down, but you could get it good and cold.
Go a long way.
Yep. Let Mama warm up.
1st and 10. Here comes a little swing pass. Brody Bean down the near sideline.
Whoa.
Out of bounds he goes, and there comes a flag. That's going to say that's a little bit extra for Bean. And he's going to be slow getting up as he went into the fence, but Bean's out, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty on West Point.
You know, Benny, if it could be a bigger than 15, that'd be the time for it to be.
That's a little bubble screen, and it would set it up really well. And it'll be 15 yards personal foul, and that mark-off comes from the 23.
You know, they did set it up well, Benny, and Frost got it out of his hands so
real quick. Yep.
And one block and one cut by Brody Bean, and that's all it took.
That moves it into the 14-yard line. 1st down and 10. Parker Frost right up the middle of the field, runs behind blockers, touchdown. Brody Bean, Parker Frost. That's his 2nd one of the night. Third, yes.
3rd rushing, 1 passing. I think he's had 3 on the ground, 1 through the air to Zander Billings, and Drew Gatlin has had 1 rushing touchdown for a total of 5. 33-9. Red Devils up with 4:47 to play in the game.
Point after on the way. Jack's got it down. Kicks away by Caden Lee. And the Red Devils lead at 34-9 with 4:47 to go in the football game. We'll return on 97.9 and the Red Devil Sports Network after this 30-second timeout.
Locally owned and operated, Brewers Heating and Air Conditioning has proudly served this area with the finest in heating and air conditioning for over 40 years. Building a new home? Remodeling a home? You can trust Norman Brewer and all the folks at Brewers Heating and Air for your heating and cooling needs. They offer free estimates, available financing, and if you need service, they have you covered there too. Your headquarters for quality American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is Brewers Heating and Air right here in Moulton, 974-9204, Alabama license 84046.
Get out the floodlights on the courthouse.
Yep. Going to ladder up
Go ahead
again.
and ladder up. Red is the color. Here's the Red Devils to kick off. Line drive taken by an up back, 20, 25, and hit hard by Caden Ware, and then bulldog down at about the 26-yard line.
Excellent
10-yard return.
You know, many of our special teams have just played excellent tonight.
I have.
Great. I hated to see Jordan Taylor maybe get a little banged up earlier tonight.
Yeah, in fact, he hadn't been back in the ball game, I don't think.
No, he hadn't. I seen him kind of moving around over on the sideline a time or two. So.
The 1st and 10 for the West Point Warriors. Got too many men on the field. Somebody having to hustle off. One running back had a man in motion. They're not going to call it. Here into the open field, there's Ryder McGregory making a touchdown-saving tackle. As there goes Roberson for a first down.
You know, Benny, Parker Frost has had 3 rushing touchdowns tonight as a quarterback, but a total of -6 rushing yards because, you know, quarterbacks sometimes were through bad snaps.
Yep.
You know, loss of downs and stuff, and I bet that hadn't happened since Aunt Nancy was a little old bitty fella.
18-yard run on that one for the West Point quarterback. 1st and 10 from the 46. He's going to run it again.
Yep.
Same place. Red Devils just sort of playing a little bit loose. That's going to be a 9-yard gain. I guess in their mind, being up 34-9, that's the way y'all want to do it. That'll be fine with us.
You know, Red Devils hadn't had many points off turnovers tonight. Matter of fact, none that I can remember. But we've been able to score anytime it's been 4. You know, they failed on 4th down.
That's right.
Seems like the Red Devils just have their way going down the field. Kind of unusual statistics, not only from just a quarterback rushing.
So get down in 2. 2 blocking backs move from one side to the other. I tell you, one of those blocking back guys, they get just about a half a step too quick sometimes.
It sure looks like it, doesn't it?
First down by Roberson for West Point.
Big defensive line playing well tonight. White, Kelso, Tion Days, Eli Long still out there. Jesse Carty, of course, Kobe Sear, Bryson Moat. We can just keep naming the guys. Graham that have contributed tonight defensively.
36-yard line. Here's Marks again. Robertson brother. This time Eli Long will put the brakes on him.
Him and Tripp Engel. I tell you, Eli held it and then Tripp finished it up. You know, funny thing about Eli, when he gets hold of them, the progress just stops. Yep, that's as far as they're going. Much of a young man out there. Got to talk to him last night. Class all the way throughout him. Matter of fact, Dave, I got to talk to several of the Red Devils last night. They all come up and supported the senior night at volleyball. And all of them just very well respectable young men, the way they handle themselves.
J.D. Cochran's got some kind of problem with somebody on the field, and they're going to take him out of the ball game for West Point.
The best thing to do, Benny.
Yes, sir. Get him over there next to me.
Yep.
Here's Ollie Howell. He's going to get the direct snap now. They're going to run it off to the near side. He is a tough guy to bring down, and he'll move the ball inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line with the first down.
Tackle right there by Caden Norwood. 1 minute and 31 seconds remaining on the clock. Clock has now started again. Red Devils up 34-9. Well worth their little 27-mile drive tonight, man.
Yes, sir. Been a good evening for the Red Devils.
14 on the play clock, Benny. Have you figured out what West Point's doing?
Not really.
No hurry.
I know Howell's supposed to run the ball again. I bet you on that one, and he's going to run it off to the left side and try to get in the open field before Caden Ware will get him on a penalty play. Yep. How many times has the lead blocker tonight for West Point been called for holding?
I don't know, but you can chalk, and it's 7-8 yards behind.
And it's
play.
right in front of the official every time out on that edge. That's going to be the 10th penalty for 90 yards tonight against the Warriors.
48 seconds to play in the ball game right here, and Red Devils got some valuable commodities out there on that defensive front right now. It might not be a bad time to run some white shirts in there and be a little safe.
Holding again. I hadn't totaled that up. There's 90 yards worth of penalties, but I can dare tell you that at least 50 of that is holding calls.
Always running wide.
Yep.
Here comes the flag.
Yep. And it's always the lead guy. They run two blockers every time they go out like that. There's a loose ball in the backfield, and the Red Devils will send the young man from West Point burying Trip Engel and Eli Long again. Yep. I don't know whether West Point is going to run another play or not. There's 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Play clock at 40, and I think everybody's getting ready to shake hands and let's head back to town.
Yeah, I'm going to give my defensive player award tonight, even though I don't necessarily like to do this, to the whole defensive line.
Yes, sir.
How about that?
Go.
Is that fair enough?
Yep.
And I'm going to give my offensive player of the game tonight to the offensive line. How's that?
That'll work. 3-2-1. Red Devils the winner, 34-9 in a big reaching game here from West Point.
Wow.
The Flash Fiber, Joe Wheeler Flash Fiber post-game show comes your way after this 1 minute timeout.
If you're in the mood for good barbecue, pork, chicken, ribs, or turkey, it's John's Barbecue. If you're in the mood for good seafood, catfish, shrimp, oysters, or stuffed crab, it's John's Barbecue. Even if you're in the mood for something else, why, with 12 tasty side items, there's always something you can enjoy again and again. Since 1995, John and Stacey Cross has always appreciated your business. John's Barbecue, right here in Moulton, Court Street, and Highway 157. Good friends, good food, all fired up. Joe Wheeler Flash Fiber is giving you a raise. That's right. Flash Fiber, your hometown internet solution, has just raised its 300 meg service to 500 meg for the same low price. And if more speed is what you need, double up and get the gig, or even 2 gig. Your family will have enough power to run whatever you throw at it. So cut the cord. Throw out that ugly dish. Flash Fiber's world-class speed, service, and reliability has got you covered. Visit jwflash.com to sign up today.
Welcome back to the Joe Wheeler Flash Fiber post-game show, a rather happy post-game show here from West Point. Greg Dutton, I believe we just saw the best ball game the Red Devils played this year.
I'm going to agree with you, David Wayne. No doubt about it. Hey, you mind if I give a little quick recap of the second half scoring?
Fire away first, if you would, and I got some individuals right behind you.
Okay, for those at home, it was 21-3 at halftime, and West Point had deferred the first half, so they got the ball first. and they were able to score with 3:47 to play in the third quarter. Roberson on a 2-yard run, and for some reason they decided to go for two. Red Devils defense held, which that made the score 21-9. Then Drew Gatlin on a 7-yard run scored the Red Devils 27th point of the night with 10:28 to play in the fourth quarter. Put us up 27-9, and then with 4:47, Parker Frost scored his third rushing touchdown from 8 yards out, straight up the middle, just untouched. Great job with the offensive line. Point after was good, and that sealed the deal at 34-9, which wound up being our final score of the game also, David.
Yep, and just looking at some of the individual stats, I've got total. I thought I had it wrong. I thought I had a total of 350 yards total offense. That's incorrect. It's going to be more like 248. But anyway, enough to win. Individual stats, Drew Gatlin, he was a hoss on the ground, 25 carries for a total of 80 yards. This is unofficial, of course. Parker Frost, kind of an odd stat. He carried the ball 6 times for a total of -3 yards, but he had 3 rushing touchdowns. So good job, Parker Frost. Netted with 73 yards on the ground for the Red Devils tonight. In the air, Parker 8 of 13, 175 yards, a touchdown, and an interception.
Absolutely. Red Devils did have the one turnover tonight, and that was excellent coverage by West Point. Parker might have thrown that ball just a little bit late, and that allowed the coverage to get over and creep in front of the intended receiver. I think that particular play we were trying to get the ball to Ryder McGregory. Would like to bring up the fact that several of his completions tonight had a touchdown pass of 22 yards to Zander Billings, had a ball across the middle, absolutely perfect timing. Caden Ware made an excellent catch, and then Brody Bean made another excellent catch on another deep ball. So anytime the Red Devils can make 3 or 4 pass plays for 20-plus yards, David, that can keep them from loading the box, which then allows Drew Gatlin to be successful running the ball, and that's the difference you see. Don't shoot yourself in the foot with penalties, and keep a little balanced attack with passing and rushing. And more times than not, you come away with a game like tonight versus last week.
Well, and speaking of last week, Coach and I were talking. You don't want to waste a loss. And with the loss last week against Hansville, I don't think we wasted it by the way we played ball tonight.
No, never the case. But, the Red Devils have been win-hungry now for several years. And as we get into Coach Walker's third year, this is his system. This is his coaches. This is his players. And, you're looking at the Red Devils right now, 4-3 record and 3-1 in Region 8. And we are talking about 5A football. So it's an exciting time to be a Lawrence County High School Red Devil.
And as Coach Walker will be happy to tell you, we're also 3-1 in homecoming games this year. so maybe some teams will start thinking twice about scheduling Lawrence County for their homecoming.
Well, if anybody knows where a good homecoming is tomorrow night, if they'd hollered at me, I'd hate to miss it.
Oh, my goodness. Congratulations to the Red Devils. Big winners tonight, 34-9, going into next week as we get back home and play another region game with East Limestone. And then we head on the road to Fairview, have an open Friday night, and then finish the season out of region with Wilson at home. So all in all, as you said, a good night to be a Red Devil.
Absolutely. A big shout-out tonight to Kevin for listening, for Jim and Tammy. I know they're close to the radio. Susan and Joel, and then Jake and Tammy. Appreciate all of them listening. Oh, yeah, and Linda and Leonard.
Yep. I got a great idea for you listening. Come on out, support the Red Devils at home next week. It's a fun team to watch. Good ball players and good system. And so come on out to Red Devil Stadium next week as we welcome the East Limestone Indians.
A lot of these same Red Devil supporters, Booster Club members, can't say enough about the job they do. This does not get done for free. Coach Walker needs all of our support. And then also with baseball coming up, basketball, girls softball, there'll be a benefit tomorrow to raise money out at Deer Run Golf Course. Little golf tournament out there to help those two programs out. Dave, it just takes us all to be behind these young men and women.
You're absolutely right. I want to thank our sponsors as always. That's Congressman Robert Adderholt, Brewers Heating and Air, the Birch Agency and Bobby Birch, Champion Portable Buildings, Charlie's Body Shop, Electrical Outlet, Fletcher Family Chiropractic Clinic, Greg's Ambulance Service, Guffey's of Moulton, Joe Wheeler Flash Fiber, John's Barbecue, Pepsi Cola of Decatur, Fuel Tech of Cortland, Shine Time Superwash, Southern Automotives, Tennessee Valley Co-op, and my Marcia Terry Realtor for Century 21 Clement Realty.
And last week we celebrated Billy Williams' anniversary. It would have been 35 years ago that he had started calling games on the radio at Hansville.
At Hansville, that's exactly right.
And I would like to remind everybody tonight that probably for the first time in his career of announcing, he did get the word pirouette somehow or another into the broadcast.
He waited 35 years to be able to say pirouette and use it correctly in a ball game.
But he finally did.
But he finally did. So those of you out there, never give up. Well, thank you so much for listening to us once again. Don't forget, next week, back home with East Limestone. No Auburn Tiger football for you tomorrow. They got an off week, which means I have an off Saturday. So for Benny Williams and Greg Dutton, and for the man pushing the buttons back at Mission Control, Kyle Morgan, I'm Dave saying so long, everybody. Have a great weekend.
You've been listening to LCHS Red Devil Football with play-by-play announcer Benny Williams and color commentator Greg Dutton. A production of WALW 97.9 and WALW.org Sports. You're listening to the LCHS Red Devils on 97.9 Moulton, Lawrence County.